a lot of people who have never been attractive, a lot of people who have never had money, and they have the false belief that celebrity relationships are like regular relationships, and the harsh reality is they aren't. And so I would counter with this, right? Could you imagine not only being rich, not only being successful, not only being extremely idolized in a sense, right? But also having unlimited access to women, unlimited access to men, unlimited temptation, right? Like, I don't think that we factor that in. Like, do you know what it's like to really go outside and every single woman wants your wife's spot? Do you know as a woman what it feels like to go outside and every man that you're coming in contact with wants your husband's spot? So I feel like we don't give them enough grace. And I really didn't like the situation. And I'm going to expound on this a little bit deeper, then I'll get back to the original question, right? They got together very young. And this is why I always tell people, I would not encourage anybody to get married young, because you don't know what you like yet. You don't have enough experience yet. And so this actually goes into one of my topics, and I'm going to backtrack it, but I wanted to talk about how access can ruin relationships, right? And what I mean by access is this: you think you like what you like until you get access to new things. Like, you think that you like oodles and noodles until you get access to lobster, right? You think that you like Honda Accords until you get access to Benzes, right? You think that you're okay with being broke until you move your ass out the ghetto. So and then I'm gonna get off of this. So like I said, for me, I don't think that any man goes into cheating with the thought of, I'm throwing my family away. I think that cheating is a very selfish act, but also on top of that, right? Because no one's thinking about another person while they're cheating. They're just thinking about getting their ish off, right? Especially for men. But I will also say this: the harsh reality is, I don't think that cheating is a deal breaker, and we'll come back to that. And I'll land a plane for this moment and let somebody else expound. I'm gone.
May I?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so as someone was married super young, I highly do not recommend it. I was married at 18 years old. I come from a Middle Eastern background, so anybody who knows my culture knows we typically do get married very young. I was married 17 years and divorced by age 32. When you're married that young, you don't have time to figure out who you are, right? So I'm gonna give him grace on that side, that he was married way too young. He didn't get to get his I feel like men especially, they need to experiment more than women do. And that's another topic, but I feel like he didn't get to experiment and see what's out there. But on top of that, I feel like there was a lot of ego involved. She was
Wow, her sound went out, and I hate that. I feel
thought,
like
I
she
thought
was
it was
getting
just
ready to
me.
cook. I thought she was getting ready to cook. We'll let her come back. Does anybody else want to step up to the plate? And y'all hit the likes as well, y'all. I'm listening.
So I want to say this. So you said that anybody that does it doesn't, what, anyways, you said something, but what I want to say is, like, a man that's married, right? Or even in a relationship, you doing that, you know that there's consequences to your actions, right? So him cheating on his wife, she might have never found out, but he knew that there was a potential that he might lose his family. So I feel like that's something that should always be in the back of his mind. Just like the lady that was just talking, the young lady that was just talking before, I was married for a very long time. And I, you're right. Cheating is not always a deal breaker, but it
Mm-hmm.
can be. And in my case, I chose to leave my marriage because there was repeated infidelity,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is the only time we know of. We don't know if this was his fifth or sixth or 10th time cheating. And now she was just like, you know what? I really don't need this. I'm out.
I got a question
So,
for you. Can I
mhm,
ask you a question if you don't mind?
yes.
So I believe that cheating is kind of like committing crimes, right? I feel like no one ever gets caught their first time, but also no one commits crimes with the thought of getting caught. Like, no one's thinking,
Mhm.
damn, I'm going to get caught today. And so I get that you feel like, of course, he knew that there was consequences at the end of it. But if I don't think that I'm going to get caught, the consequences don't exist. Some people like to take things to the grave with them. But go ahead, though. I'm listening. I apologize.
Okay. So then, just like you said, a crime. When you're committing a crime, you don't think, oh my God, I might just go to jail. But you might just go to jail. You know, there's that thought in the back of your mind, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
it might just happen. And then what happens when you do get caught, prosecuted, and all that? You go to jail. So I just think that he should have been wiser with his decisions, right? And if that's what you want to do, then leave your marriage, separate,
Mm.
have that conversation with your partner. Say, you know what? I'm really not happy. I really can't do this. Take a step back and
How
then do
easy?
whatever you got to do.
Who's to say
How
he's not?
easy? Oh, go ahead, Naeem. Naeem, I apologize. Go ahead, brother.
It's all good. I was gonna say, who's to say that he's not happy just because he wanted another piece of ass? I don't equate cheating with
Well, he did
not
say
being
it,
happy.
Well, we don't know the situation, right? Like
but he
we
said
weren't
it. He
there.
put out a statement.
He put out a
Yeah,
statement
he
saying
did.
that.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did. He did.
What was the statement, if you don't
Well, yeah, what
mind
was
me
the statement?
asking?
Yeah.
His
But I
statement
need a
said
little more
something about
context.
him and the decisions that he made regarding his family, how he made some terrible decisions and how he was sorry. Like he pretty much took the blame for everything that happened.
And he also
That's
said that he had a conversation of separation, I believe in December or at the end of the year, and it didn't go nowhere. And during that time, after that conversation, that's when he did that action.
So I just
And
want to
apparently,
make sure I'm sure about this. So he brought up that he wanted to separate. She wasn't with it, and so then he went and wet his whistle, pretty much.
that's what the
So
statement pretty
so
much
at
said.
that point, is she a victim or is she somebody that held on to something that he was trying to, like, he did what you said that he should have did. He had the conversation because y'all like to make these women victims, and I can't stand this nonsense. He had the conversation, baby girl. Right now, I want to be separated. This ain't really doing it for me. I want to probably go out here and wet my whistle. I'm not letting you go nowhere till death do us part. I wet my whistle. Now you want to crumble the empire. Is that what happened?
I mean, it's so easy to say that, but
no,
you
no,
gotta,
no.
but you gotta take into
I feel like there's a lot
consideration
of
that they
ego.
took vows. It depends on the conversation and how he brought it to her. If he brought that conversation to him about him needing to go out and wet his whistle, no, why would I want you to go out and mess with other women and we married? Like, why would I give you permission to do that? Like, I understand the conversation, but now we got to figure out a way to work through this without it being you going to sleep with somebody else. Because if that's not what I want, how do you force me into that? Because it's two ways to look at that, right? That's what he want, but it's not what she want. So now, how do you force one or the other?
All right, well, let me run with this real quick, if you don't mind,
Absolutely.
because you started off and you said, why does men, like, your initial question was like basically he knew this and he just tore up the marriage. Now, just like I just asked you, like, what I need a little bit more context, because just to seem like that was almost kind of like a bias, almost like start off, because it literally, if he told you that he wasn't happy and he's now trying to plan at least to get up on out of here, that's different from how you initially asked that question. He didn't ruin it. Now she might not like his actions.
No, my question was in
Like, he
general.
sounded like he was held
It
hostage.
wasn't in regards to Desmond and Christy. It was in general.
Was he held
And
hostage?
that's why
No.
I'm saying we need a little bit more context to figure that out, because in all honesty, just like you said, we ain't doing that just for that reason. It's for men
Okay.
to
I feel he
for
never
men
been
to,
Who's right or who's
to
wrong? He wants this and she doesn't. Now, who's right and who's wrong?
Right.
She-
And I
Oh,
feel
no,
like
no.
here's the thing, if I may, sorry, I got cut off earlier. Here's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of things that we can try to figure out, because we weren't living in their house, we weren't in their marriage, right? Like, we could try to figure out what the context was, but we're never gonna know, right? We'll never know who's right, we're never gonna know who's wrong. But one thing I do know for certain is that marriage and love is a choice. It's a choice. That means I'm waking up today, I don't like you right now, but I'm choosing you. Right? I'm not choosing the next chick. I'm not choosing the next dude. People make mistakes. We're human. I get it. But at the end of the day, we come back to each other and we choose each other. Now, in regards to them, they're in the limelight. They're in, they're doing their thing. They're celebrities, whatever. I don't know. But I feel like perhaps, like I said, I wasn't there. There was a lot of ego involved, right? She was the star. She was the one that everybody was like crazy about. He was kind of playing the background role, which I think is great. Like, as a man, letting your woman do her thing, whatever. But I think maybe perhaps it could have gotten in the way of just a healthy relationship, right? But at the end of the day, marriage is marriage, right? It's not saying, hey, I don't like you. I want some other coochie, so I'm going to destroy my marriage. Or, hey, you got some other coochie, so I'm going to leave you. It's still coming back and saying, look, you messed up, or I don't like you right now, and I choose you. That's what it says. For better or for worse, to death do
Okay.
us part. That's the only
So,
thing for certain.
okay, cool. So you said ego, right? You said that you believe that he cheated out of ego. But let me cook. But what if he just cheated because you just don't do it for me no more? What if he stepped out because I'm telling you, like this, and this is the thing that we have to understand, right? It's easy for a woman to rationalize that it has to be the man. It had to be some type of flaw with the man, like as if the woman couldn't be flawed. And so I think that they're equally famous. I feel like they built their brand together, and this is not some bad looking dude. I'm pretty sure he has unlimited access to all types of cheeks. So I don't think that it's an ego thing. I don't think that it was a competition thing. It just could be an outgrow you thing. Like, and so with that being said, I don't believe that it's an ego thing, but this man took the steps, and I'm gonna land a plane with this. You have to understand that's a PR play. I'm going to do what men are supposed to do. I'm going to get on the internet. I am going to take full accountability of it because there are millions of dollars being made. I was 10,000% wrong because he knows what the women want to hear. My wife was right. I cheated. I'm the worst man in the world because men are taught to be heroic. Men are taught to take it on the chin. Men are taught that, you know what, it don't even matter about my side of the story. I'm going to just stuff it in and just take the blame because that is how we are programmed as men in society, versus me getting on the internet like a girly man and saying, you know what, she wasn't giving no head. You know what, the coochie was trash. You know what, I was sick of her doing splits and doing all this goofy stuff, and I've been wanted to tap out because as a man, I look like less of a man to down you, not only in front of the internet, but down the child, the mother of my kids. So it's a lot of things that we won't ever talk about, right? Because these same women, and not just their situation, right, but women love to run on this internet and air all types of receipts, and he did this and he did that. And what are men taught to do? Hold your mouth shut. And before we get into this, because I'm going to let y'all cook, everybody hit the likes, hit the subscriptions. DJ Hamp, welcome. We locked in, y'all. Make sure y'all come tap into the conversation. Hit the super chats at the bottom of the screen. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm going. Y'all do y'all.
Yeah, I got one real quick. It wasn't a mistake. It was a setup. She already knew who he was when she signed up. They got together young. He didn't have too many girls growing up. So at the end of the day, he got the opportunity to do something. Now, I ain't never been married, but she knew what it was. So she ended up saying, okay, she baked the cake on him. She knew he cheated. That was not his first time cheating. But the numbers probably changed and the dynamics changed, and she picked the right time to air out. I'm sure he got caught cheating numerous of times, but she decided now, you know what? It's a good playing field for me. I'm going to just go public with everybody already knowing, because the word is he was having women sign NDAs a long time ago. So everybody already know how he was moving. But what do you expect when a person is a professional athlete? He got women at his disposal. He is going to want 31 flavors. He is. That's not saying he don't love his wife. Yes, cheating shouldn't be a deal breaker, but at the end of the day, she should know, like, for better, for worse, like the young lady said. So why would you leave to go back to go meet another dude who go do the same, if not worse, and he's not going to be wealthy? She might as well thug it out and go to counseling because she's not going to get another one of him.
So hold on.
No, because you know what?
Question.
Maybe she knows her worth now, right? When she was 14, she did not know her worth. But now it's not about financials. It's not about money. But she's like, you know what? I'm a good person. I don't deserve this. We don't know what he's, as you said, he might have done it several times, right? We don't know that. But maybe she's like, I'm not gonna take this shit. I actually am a dope person. I'm loving. I'm a mother. I'm caring. I'm there for my husband. I show up for him every single day. I choose him. But he didn't choose me in that moment. So why should I stay there? So that's probably what happened. She probably chose herself, just like I did in my marriage. He cheated several times. And after a long time, I was like, you know what? No, I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth. So I'm out. Bye. Peace. So it's not about, oh, well, you know, maybe she did this. She did. No. Maybe she knows her worth now, because she's not the same person she was at 14.
How many times did you know your husband cheated before you decided to leave?
A lot.
Okay.
You ain't know your worth, Ben?
A lot. But
So
you know what? At the end of the
why-
day, you know what happened? Towards the end of the marriage, I decided I didn't like who I was becoming, because I know who I am. I'm someone that's caring, I'm loving, I communicate. And then at this point, I was like, I'm a bitch. I could look at myself and say, I do not like who I'm becoming. So I'd rather leave that marriage, right, than to stay here and be this person to him, and to let my kids see me turn into this person that I'm really not.
I got a couple questions for
And I
that,
have
man.
a question. Would all you men be saying the same thing and having the same excuses if it was reversed?
Right.
Because I feel like
Let's answer that. Hold on. Wait. Because
No, but y'all, you're letting them skip over too much stuff. First off, explicit says something about would he get permission or something like that. You know, I played football in college, and they always do this thing, right? Where they always get the guy who pushed the guy back. We always focus on the end, right? But there's several things that lead up to this. One thing I don't understand what women doing in marriages is start to tell him how much sex is enough. Why don't we ever address that? Right. So if I'm used to having sex 6 days a week, you could just tell me it's 3 and I got to settle for that. So now she busy. She all over the world. What's happening?
Well, we don't.
So that's an excuse.
Why don't we give a full honest assessment?
Is that an excuse to cheat?
Exactly.
No, I'm asking.
Let's just stick with that one question. Why is it never basically why is always?
Hold on, man, I got it. Let's make an honest assessment about the situation. Nikki, let me ask you a question. If you want to have sex more times than your person wants to, right, and they handicap you to that, what are the next steps?
Not to go out and cheat. That's an excuse.
What are the next steps?
What's the next step?
We sit down and we talk about it.
We did talk about it, and they're saying this 3 days is enough because that's what y'all be doing. So tell me what's the next step.
Yeah, because we don't feel like having sex and have y'all sweating on us and breathing on us all day.
I got you. I understand.
To sit down and talk about it. To figure out an alternative, not to go out and have sex.
Talk your shit. What's the alternative? Hold on, hot boy. Let her live right here.
The alternative to sit down and try to compromise and meet halfway. Maybe I don't feel like having sex 6 days a week, especially if I'm on my menstrual. Or at this point, for some women, who may be perimenopausal, we don't have the desire. We're not who we used to be. So if you're going to love on your wife, you're going to accept that, and she's going to meet you halfway. I do believe that the woman should please her husband. That's what we're supposed to do. But I'm asking the ladies, who really wants to have sex 6 days a week?
As a woman, to have sex.
That's not the point, though.
Don't answer that.
As a woman,
Adina Howard. She got
Nikki gonna put y'all in a trick bag because here's what she literally did. Based on her disposition, she gets to choose whether to or to not, right? So all this pleasing is based on your disposition. You don't actually mean it. So if I've already told you I want to have sex,
that's not true.
Hold on, let me talk my shit and you talk yours. You heard? So if I tell you already I want to have sex 6 days a week and I got to sit down and talk to you about what? I've already told you.
First of all, these conversations need to be had pre-marriage, okay? Because me personally, I ain't signing up for 6 days a week. I'm just not. I'm in my 40s. No, I'm not doing it. In my 20s, I did it.
You can't. There's no way that you're going to sign up saying something like that. Nah, you're not going to sign up. Hold on. As a man that was married for 16 and a half years and done been through all of that foolishness, there's no way that you're going to do that. Yes, females nowadays, y'all always have those type of excuses. Perimenopause. Man, that's the new thing.
It's not an excuse.
Hold on.
How is that an excuse?
Mel, you should have let me finish, Mel. You should have let me finish. Because they walked us into that. They walked us into this menopause thing, right? And then in the next breath, they'll tell us about how older women have more libido. Ain't that right?
Period.
Why ain't got there yet?
I mean, it's
hold on.
One person at a time, though. One person at a time.
Hold on. We're not saying that y'all don't have y'all issues. We're not saying that. The fact of the matter is, there's always something. But yet and still, if a man say, "Hey, what about this?" or "What about that?" it's always the goalpost where y'all start moving for that. Perimenopause. Now y'all
clearly said it was an excuse.
Okay.
Like
sweetheart.
Well, let me say this, and then I'll let y'all go because I feel like a lot of stuff is being missed, right? Miss Nikki, are you? Let me cook for a second, right? Miss Nikki, are you married?
I am divorced after 24 years of marriage. I was married almost more than half of my life.
Right, and are you actively dating?
No.
And let me ask you this: do you believe that sex is not an obligation in a long-term relationship?
Marriage or a relationship? Let's clear that up.
It's marriage, either one, long term. If we are cohabitating together under the same roof, we're doing all of the so-called relationship things, right? Do you think that sex is an obligation? Yes or no?
Absolutely. And I tell my married friends that it is their job to please their husbands, or they will go elsewhere. Right. I'm not negating that.
Okay, so hold on. So cool, right? So if I needed 6 days a week, 7 days a week, menstrual, whatever, am I obligated to that box?
I am going to meet you halfway. Yes or no, I'm going to meet you halfway because
3 days.
I didn't say 3, maybe
that's
4.
Half 6. Okay, so that's half. Okay.
Maybe 4. But I can't see your name. But as the The lady said she was married for a long time. We know what we're supposed to do in a marriage, right?
I'm making a point here, right? Because I wasn't done. And then like I said, I'm gonna get out the way. I feel like a lot of stuff was skipped over. Let me explain something to you about being in the mood, right? I'm married, super married. There's no such thing as being in a mood because my dick has never got hard to pay a bill. Ever. Not one time. I can't think of one time that I've ever had an erection when these bills come. Not once. I just paid some bills today and I was just as soft as ever thinking about paying these bills. What I'm trying to get you to understand is we don't get to pick and choose what it is that we want to do. And sex should, like, this is what I notice a lot of women say this. You don't like your man if there's an issue with you having sex. You don't like your man. You are not sexually attracted to your man. If it ever comes to the point of we're trying to figure out or calculate what days we're having sex, that relationship is already halfway out the door anyway. Because like you said, in your 20s, when it was exciting, when sex was spontaneous, you wanted to do it everywhere, every place. It was no such thing as no. What hole do you want to put it in? So if that energy is not still going, what's up, honey? How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to the chat. If that is not your energy with your husband, and then this is the gag about marriage. When did we stop like realizing that marriage is about sacrifice? Do you think there's not going to be things that I'm going to have to take for the team? I've never wanted to watch Sex in the City. I've never wanted to watch Sex in the City. You know what I mean? I had to suffer through that shit. So if you can't suffer through these 56 humps for the night, then maybe we in the wrong marriage anyway. Respectfully, I landed my plane. Go ahead and cut.
Respectfully, you have a point, but I'm sorry, 6 days is excessive.
I got a question. So, all right. So what if your husband says, you know what, we don't gotta smash 6 days a week, but I need some type of nut, like whether it's a hand job or head. How does that work? Would you oblige?
That's totally different than having sex. The art of having sex 6 days a week.
Listen, you got asphyxiated on 6 days a week. Come on, sweetheart. We just saying multiple times. It might be 3 days this week. It might be 7 next week.
What part are you missing? What part are you missing, homeboy? I said meet halfway. And I agree with, okay, you feel like you need to make sure that your husband gets where he needs to get to. Then, okay, we're going to talk about other alternatives. That doesn't always involve having sex 6 days a week.
Yeah, maybe jerk my man off or some shit. Like, just let him.
Absolutely. I've been there.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. I'm sure a lot of the women can attest to that when we're going through menopause, since you think that's an excuse. How dare you say that?
So let me ask you this.
Say that?
I got a question for the men. Once you finish, I got a question for the men.
Is porn be an issue? Like, let's just say if you
absolutely
do want to
not.
Okay, because you want to withhold the box. So I bet you would say that. You slick. I got to watch you.
You want to chill.
Let me know when I could chime in, because I feel like this is becoming like men versus women, and it's again like marriage is supposed to be a team thing. I don't think 6 days a week is excessive at all. Sorry to tell you, but actually women's libidos do go up as we get older when men's goes down. So I don't think 6 days is excessive, but it's not even about the libido. It's not even about whatever science and biology is going on. It's about just loving your person. And I'm sorry, if I love my person, I'm gonna want him. Even if I'm not in the mood that moment, guess what? His needs come first, because sometimes we gotta fill our partner's cup when ours is really running low, because when it's our time, we're gonna expect that, right? So I don't know. I was married 17 years. What do I know? It is what it is. But I know that if my man needs some, he's gonna get it. But at the same time, yes, menopause is a real thing, and we need to get grace just as much as we give it, right? So this shouldn't be man versus woman. There shouldn't be all these excuses, whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just.
I agree.
So to the men, right? Y'all was saying, you know, if I'm married, I got to get it from my wife. I'm getting it from somewhere. So let's just say hypothetically, these new headphones come out. They $800. You like, I don't have $800 for headphones. Would y'all be okay with, like, can she get that from it? Like, same way you can't get the sex you want from your wife, so you're gonna go seek it else. Can she go get those headphones from another guy because you won't get them?
No.
No, that's
and that is like crazy ignorant to even compare.
I'm sorry, he was asking a man, but
yeah, I
would simply tell you that's a false equivalency. You would have to equivocate sex to a thing that is a need. So you're talking about some headphones that she does or does not need. you would have to equivocate sex to like a mortgage or something like that. You never go a month without paying your mortgage without somebody looking down upon you. So you would never deny a man of sex without somebody looking down upon you and they're saying it like it's acceptable. I would make those two things equivalent, not some shades or some headphones.
Well, I got one for you, because I mean she triggered from that, so no problem. Let me ask you ladies a question here, because this is something that y'all speak about a lot. Since you want to talk about menopause and all the other issues and stuff, like, respectfully, okay, cool. But if a man have ED, y'all definitely will leave him.
No. That's not
If
true.
man have ED, most of the time y'all definitely would leave him. It ain't gonna be no okay. Well, we're gonna try to talk and we're gonna try to work this out. If a man y'all talk about it, improve it all the time.
But here's
So
the
now,
difference between what we was talking about.
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen then if a man have ED? Let's stick with that. We ain't gonna shift now. If he have ED, which way is it going to be? Because female would definitely leave a man if he had that same type of issue. Y'all talking about menopause, perimenopause, all the other pauses.
Here is the difference. When you hit a plateau in your relationship where you feel like this just ain't working, you have the option to leave. What you said is imperative. A woman would leave. If it is something that I feel like I cannot handle, I leave. I don't cheat. I don't go and get it from somewhere else. I leave.
Are we speaking about you or the masses? Because we speaking in general.
I'm speaking.
Let me just speak real quick, and because I feel like I'm an expert in this. I counsel thousands of women, right? So what I've learned, right, and we just talking statistically from the women that I've counseled, Mel, right? Do you know how many women are actually not only suffering through being unsatisfied by their partners, but like literally dealing with men who not only are going through erectile dysfunction, but these men become evil. Do you know that these women are saying, listen, and I counsel so many women through ED, right? These women are not only not cheating on these men, but these men have the nerve to have a soft penis and don't want to eat no coochie. These men have the nerve to have a soft penis and have an attitude. These men have a nerve to have a soft penis and don't want her to have sex toys. So like I said, I haven't went through ED. I probably won't for a long time.
Got that issue, so we're gonna make sure we put that out.
Because if we're going to talk, let me cook. If we are going to talk about it, we got to really get into it. I think that like there's this false narrative being pushed that women just give up on men when times are hard, and half of them come into situations or are currently actively in situations that are fucked up and they deal with it. So erectile dysfunction, depending on what type of woman you're dealing with, just like you men, we get paralyzed. They are, man, listen, I just think it's a really ugly and false narrative that when erectile dysfunction comes into the picture, all women are going out to fuck. Women aren't really hardwired like us. She loves you. She's going to, and this is the thing, erectile dysfunction is an easy fix. They put a pump in your nuts, you tap it once, hard dick. So, and a lot of these men get erectile dysfunction and don't want to seek help for it. My plane is landed. I'm gone.
A lot of women don't even know the man need to reach his climax 21 times a month. So that's when that 5 times a week comes. The only time she's supposed to be resting that thing is when the menstrual. But like I always say, your mouth still work.
Wow.
I don't think you guys realize in general, like Truth said, how unsatisfied we usually are and how much women really fake it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, us as wives and girlfriends have become porn stars, and just like you think we got it and we didn't, and we did it for you.
And I think
for your ego.
And I think sometimes men don't understand as well. Men and women think differently, right? So how I love my man is gonna be different from how he loves me, right? And unfortunately, we talk about lifestyle too. Lifestyle got everything to do with it. Take some shit off my plate. Free up some time for me. Like, what type of life am I living right now? Like, you got me going to work 6 days a fucking week and working overtime, taking care of the kids while you playing the video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that women deal with. But my mouth work, right?
Yeah, but women still pick that kind of guy. I don't play games, so you picked them.
What do you guys think that if you're unhappy, that's a good reason to leave a marriage?
Absolutely.
No.
See,
I don't think you're gonna be happy all the time. So it depends. How long have I been unhappy?
Right.
10 years.
If I'm unhappy 2 years, yes, because my kids are seeing that.
Right.
I just think that most things are fixable.
I think that matters too. Like, dude,
most things are fixable.
There's a lot of people.
It don't have anything to do with age. People talking about getting married too early, getting married too late. People don't have the intestinal fortitude for marriage. You get up there and say these vows, you don't actually mean it because you think happiness is what a marriage should be predicated on. It's duty and responsibility, time and pain. It's the kids, it's the rearing, it's lineage and legacy. Y'all up here talking about being happy. That's a joke in itself.
But is that not part of the kids?
What are you talking about?
So your kids are a direct reflection of you. So if my kids are seeing me unhappy, now what?
What are you talking about?
Because you said happiness in the marriage. We up here talk about being happy, right?
Why are you talking about the kids?
Because you just said that kids are part of it, right?
Let me explain it to you. You're conflating your happiness with how the kids are treated, right? I'm not even talking about the kids. I'm talking about you being happy, right? A lot of people can fake it till they make it. Y'all just said that about sex. So don't act like you can't do it about everything else. So now that we have a baseline with that, you can fake it till you make it in front of them kids all the time. Now, kids have discernment. I understand that, but happiness doesn't mean everything has to be egregious in the household. However, we know ebb and flow. You have postpartum depression, right? Is that a thing, or are we dismissing postpartum?
Postpartum depression.
Do we have menopause?
Uh-huh.
Right, and so you guys go through these ebb and flow periods where your happiness is intrinsically not working.
But that's why I agree that.
But I'm just saying. But you put it on the kids. Like, no, answer my question directly based on happiness itself.
I did, but I said it depends on how long I've been unhappy.
10 years.
I'm not staying unhappy for 10 years. Raising my kids in a house where there's no happiness is not
selfish.
That's not life goals.
Just for the sake to say I have a husband. Are you serious?
No, you made a commitment under the Most High God, right? Unless you don't believe.
Who cares about the commitment if I'm unhappy and I'm dying inside?
No, don't interrupt them, Melly. Sorry, Nikki. What you say?
I'm not staying unhappy for 10 months. You talking about 10 years?
Well, I've stayed unhappy for a very, very long time. But who is going to continuously stay in an unhealthy marriage where you're burning inside, you're dying inside, you done forgot who you are, you done forgot your self-worth, and you're just super unhappy, like depressed to that point, just to say I have a husband and I have a family?
Forever. I think that after you exhausted all your options, then it's okay to say, all right, let's call it quits. But I think that you need to actually try before. But I made a promise under God, and that's it. And I take that very, 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 very seriously. And I was very unhappy pretty much from the beginning of the marriage. Again, I was married very young, so that was a mistake in itself, right? But I tried everything I could do, and I exhausted all options, and I did everything I can do, and he did everything he could do, and it still didn't work. Then it's okay to like respectfully, peacefully say, look, this is not working, let's go. But if you're just gonna drop like, oh, I'm unhappy, I'm out, then why did you get married in the first place?
Exactly.
Right.
I disagree though with DJ Hamp when he said age doesn't matter, because I look at it like you go say you want to buy sneakers, right? You go to the mall and it's some dope sneakers in the first store you go to. You're not going to buy them. Are you going to buy them from the first store? No, you're going to go through the whole mall first and then see what store has the best sneakers. You might even get the same one upstairs on the second floor for a cheaper price. So like it's like going to a party and leaving at 9 o'clock and saying the party was whack or whatever, or it was lit. It's just too early. It didn't start yet. I think that's foolish for anybody to get married and before 30. That's the same like getting tattoos. I got my first tattoo when I was 18, and I regret them. That's permanent. That's something that's permanent. So I don't think anybody should put something on their body at 18. You don't even know if you're gonna like that, like when 10 years from now. So I look at it the same way. So age definitely matters a big time when it comes.
Here's what I think. Now,
like your first marriage should probably be in the.
Yeah, I catch a drift. You kind of got a delay. Comparison is a thief of joy, and we don't find people being successful getting married later. We have a 50% divorce rate. So all this, I'm gonna go fuck a bunch of people, be with a bunch of people, is not working overwhelmingly, right? The truth is we aren't committed to our commitments. But generally speaking, when people were married longer, they got married earlier, right? But we want to test the waters, whatever that means, and we're not being successful because
we're not living in the same times when people were.
You didn't even finish. You didn't even hear my last sentence.
Well, you said so much.
I was talking fast. It was only 25 seconds. I counted it.
My thing is, you said something about honoring God, and truth be told, that the underlying issue of why somebody is not happy could already be something that dishonored God. So I'm supposed to stick around while my husband cheat and whatever else he doing and be
10
unhappy
years.
because we made this vow, right? But how fair is that to me?
You said dishonoring the Most High?
Yeah.
You would have to qualify what that is.
I just said, like, so I'm supposed to, like, if you go out and cheat, right? So you out doing your own thing. You out doing whatever it is that you do. You didn't cheated. You didn't stepped outside of our marriage. I accepted the fact that that happened. We are still together and working on it, but I am not happy. I'm supposed to just stay around and stick around because what?
Because happiness is fleeting. That's my overarching point. But you know that too.
Yeah, but never mind the fact that you dishonor God when you stepped outside of our marriage.
No, you said because happiness. I'm just saying that happiness is fleeting, but we all understand that though.
Right.
Let me ask. Well, let me ask you this then, ladies. Y'all nowadays y'all really only committed to two things for the most part. At least that's what it looks like. Y'all feelings and y'all emotions. Y'all emotions is up, down. Y'all happy this and that like that.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute y'all can say that y'all was happy in the whole relationship, and the next morning when y'all get upset, y'all will actually leave a man and say that y'all was unhappy for a certain amount of time. You literally just said, sweetheart, explicit, that you unhappy, but you're still staying there. How how long have you been unhappy to the point that now all of a sudden you decided to leave? And do that man know?
Oh, make no mistake, I don't play that game, so I don't have that issue.
Okay, any woman, we are speaking
stick
general.
around an unhappy game, so I don't know what that's like.
Well, you just said that. That's why I'm calling you out on you.
An example because he said something about dishonoring God. So I said,
okay,
step outside the relationship, and now I'm sitting in the marriage just unhappy as can be, and I'm supposed to stick around because I made vows. Like I wasn't speaking on my own personal.
Okay, so if a man don't know that you unhappy and y'all constantly keep saying that you know that y'all supposed to be so happy for so long, like I said, females nowadays.
If I'm not communicating to you that I'm unhappy, then that how do I plan to become happy if I don't tell you I am unhappy? Like, let's start there.
Most of the time, y'all don't tell a man you're unhappy until it's already done. Y'all done made your way out.
Well, that means the marriage got more problems than just me being unhappy. Because
if you being unhappy, why are you not communicating with that man? Most time, first of all, I'm a man. And I know there's other men that's here. Majority of some y'all women are probably even they stand in the comment. A lot of females, y'all already be making y'all way and y'all exit out before they even letting the man know.
Oh, absolutely.
So how about we just answer that question? Why do y'all do that?
Usually a woman is planning her exit because she did talk to you already, because she did ask you for change, because you're not changing. Yep. And how many times do I have to ask you for change before it happens?
That's clearly not true.
Cheating, I'm still here. You still don't appreciate the fact that I'm here.
So true.
And now I'm planning my exit in my head. 9 times out of 10, we have tried everything. Therapy, we done tried to talk to you, we done emailed you, we done text you.
Go ahead, girl. Cook.
We have done the work, and y'all still want to do what y'all want to do. And when we are committed and we want to save face for our family, we gonna deal with it. Because I know.
Get quiet, just all of a sudden, or is it frozen?
No. I'm letting her speak. It's respect. I'm letting her speak because if you want to get technical, like they say, y'all always say y'all always tell. Nah.
Everyone is different.
Speak.
I hate that I have to be the simp tonight. They're gonna call me a simp for this, and it's gonna seem like I'm siding with the women tonight, right?
You just keep it real, unlike these men on here.
They're jaded. They're women.
Maybe
they
are jaded.
I agree with you too.
Especially DJ
Hamp. I'm letting y'all go before I say anything.
About everything, so they're definitely gonna complain.
But let me just say this. And I let everybody go. I didn't say anything for 10 minutes. I counted like Hamp. I got like this imaginary clock. So let me cook for a second, right? So we talked about happiness or the lack of not being a reason to walk away from a relationship. That's what Hamp said. He said, do you think that you're supposed to be happy? Like, do you, which was fucking insane to me. Now, like I said, I only life coach women and men for a living. What do I know? Happiness, satisfaction, appreciation, these are the only reasons to stay in a relationship. So I think that what we don't talk about, because we talked about the kids, right, which is where I stand with it at, right? Kids pick up on energy. So if you don't think that your son or your daughter knows that their mother or their father is extremely unhappy, if you don't think that they know that soon as you leave, they're sliding down the wall and crying, and like, what you have to understand. No, seriously though, these kids are sponges. And so what you'll be teaching your son or your daughter is, it doesn't matter how unsatisfied you are. It doesn't matter how unhappy you are. It doesn't matter how unheard you are. It doesn't matter how underappreciated you are. You stay because you took those vows. But what about the vows to me? What about my self-worth? What about my self-esteem? How about this? I am not good for anybody unless I'm good for myself. And so it's one of the things that I teach a lot of my clients, right? In order for you to have self-love, in order for you to have self-worth, you must first learn how to be selfish. And when I talk about being selfish, that means that I am making decisions that benefit nobody but me, because the harsh reality is that's what life is. 10 years of unhappiness? You want me to stay around for 10 years of unhappiness? I don't know. Somebody has said it, and it gave me chills. Somebody said, I'm leaving after 10 months of not being unhappy. And when I tell you, the shit gave me chills, because this is what you have to understand. Love is not a reason to stay in a relationship. Children are not a reason to stay in a relationship. I tell people we need to normalize leaving because of the children. Why would I want my daughter to see that? Why would I want my daughter to say, you know what, baby girl, no matter how much he cheat on you, upset you, no matter how unsatisfied you are, you stay in it because you took that vow. I'm going to want my daughter to get what she got coming. And the same thing with my son. You don't stay because of no kids. That woman does not respect you. You are not satisfied. And I'm gonna land the plane. I just wanted to get that off.
And let me say this: as a North public school educator, for 15 years, the kids come to school and tell everything.
Yes,
I know all your business. I know when so and so's father coming home from jail. I know they tell everything. They might not tell y'all, but trust me, they take everything in and they tell everything. So
because
the kids know what's happening. The kids know what's happening.
It's absolutely a reason to leave the relationship.
Mm-hmm. And 1 second, explicit. I'm so sorry. I got to do this because we got our super chats and we got to respect them. So we actually have a couple of super chats or whatever, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Think about what y'all want to say and all of that. Cool. Let me get these super chats out the way, and make sure y'all hit the super stickers at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe as well. And honey, we ain't heard nothing from you. I was looking for, but I'm gonna stall you out. Anyway, we got a super chat from BZ Baby. I'm not saying that. Wow. I'm not saying that. Somebody else could screenshot you out.
BZ Baby Dad.
I gotta say that. Ain't no man saying that. That's nasty words right there.
That's a little bit too thorough for me. I refuse to say that. But anyway,
wow, God means nothing to y'all.
Yes, they said, wow, God means nothing to y'all. And thank y'all for the super chat. Let me get to the next super chat, y'all. And the super sticker is the $ at the bottom of the screen if y'all want to show love and support. D1957 says, happiness is fleeting. To breach contracts based off emotion is wild. Cool. All right. And let's get to the next super chat. And make sure y'all hit the $ at the bottom of the screen. Let me just make sure I get this last super chat. We can't lead them out. And thank y'all so much for the support. And we got another one. Hold on. Hey, on y'all last tonight. Hold on. I'm an old man. Give me a.
Can we read it? True.
Yeah, do. Yep. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
Yes, sir. D1957 with the $5 says, happiness is fleeting. To breach contracts based off emotion is wild.
You said that one.
Yeah, he read
okay.
That.
Okay. He got another one.
No, go ahead.
I got
eat.
Yes, sir. D with the $5 says, if, quote, for better or worse means
what
nothing,
it boils down to for
say
me
it
is,
early. I don't think honey can hear me.
What I had to realize was
Hold
this.
on, honey. Can you hear us?
Honey, can you hear us?
I can't.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can hear y'all now.
Hold on, honey.
Can you hear me?
Let him read the super chats. 1 second, honey. Let me let you cook. Go ahead.
D with the $5 says, if, quote, for better for worse, end quote, means nothing, say it early.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you give it no.
And then we got Dallas says a lot of y'all should never get married. And then we have Keeps It 100 all the time says, why do men stay so long in unhappy relationships? And I actually like that.
That's a very good question.
I like that a fucking lot. That is wow. I'm a chill, but I want to
go that one. Go back to that one.
That's a great question. Keep it 100 all the time. Why do men stay so long in unhappy relationships? Can we get some men to talk about this?
Well, I got a question for that one, but going back to what the kids, they see everything. I was in a 10-year relationship, and my 4-year-old son heard me and his mom have a heated argument. It was real bad, almost got domestic. I got too much to go to jail for domestic violence. And he woke up at 3 a.m. and said, "Can you guys please just stop? Y'all getting on my nerves." We broke up after that. And I haven't slept with her in over 10 years because of that. Because like the man said, when they go to school, they tell everything. So my whole life flashed before my eyes that my 4-year-old actually had the chance to even hear that, because that wasn't kids' business. So I definitely agree that kids will tell your whole story. And if the kids see you suffering, as the Explicit said, it's not worth staying for 10 years. And we was together for 10 years, but we went together 10 more days after that. So you got to know when to leave, know when to hold and when to fold.
Okay, cool. But let's get to this super chat, because this and that was dope, and I agree with you, brother. I'm in total agreement. Why do men stay so long in unhappy relationships? Any men want to answer?
Several different reasons. Go ahead, Hamp. You want to jump off?
Yeah, I'll be quick.
I don't gotta go first, but
I would jump off, Hank.
Yeah, essentially, unhappy relationships. I don't know. I was speaking about marriage specifically. So if you're just in a relationship with no official commitment, that wouldn't make sense if you're unhappy. I was speaking mostly about marriage, so this don't make any sense to me.
Well, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
I get it.
Yeah, I'll say what I want to say then. Fuck it. Yeah, so when you ask why do men stay so long in unhappy relationships, I think that even correlates to when we were talking about how, like, why would a man cheat and not just leave, right? And that was like big to me, because I hear a lot of women say, well, why not just leave? Why not just leave? Because I don't want to let my family go. That wasn't what I was on. Like, we talked about how cheating is a selfish act. So maybe our disagreements was sex. I never said I wanted to leave my family. I never said I wanted to let my family go. But men stay in unhappy relationships for a long time because we're taught not to give up. We're taught to fight for our family. We're taught to just stick it out. We're taught to suffer in silence. That's why men stay unhappy in relationships, because we all know I'm a pussy if I tell you how I feel. I'm less of a man if I run around this house and start complaining about what I'm not getting and how you're not pouring into me. So a lot of these men stuff that shit and they get up and put their big boy pants on every single day, and they know that they're miserable. They know that they're unhappy. But like our fathers and our fathers before them, we were told that you stay in that household and take care of your family no matter what. And I landed my plane. Go ahead, fella.
Can I ask you a question? Truth.
Go ahead.
So like you said that you were taught to not give up and take care of your family. Do you consider walking, like stepping out on your wife? Is that considered still holding down the house? Is that considered not giving up?
Stepping out is stepping out. Those are two different things. So this is what you have to understand. Cheating is a selfish decision. Cheating only involves the other person when you get caught, or if you bring something home, or if you have a baby. Cheating is a selfish act. Now, is that giving up on my family to go sleep with another woman? Absolutely not. There's men that cheat on their wives every single day. All of the bills is paid. The wife is unbeknownst to all of it. He's never even missing a beat. He's a great father. In her eyes, a great husband. He just steps out from time to time. I think that when we get into cheating, we always act as if everybody is just like in these long-term affairs. Some of these men are literally going out, wetting their whistle, coming back home, and might do the shit every 6 to 9 months. Like, it's not always an affair. It's not always complicated neither. We just like to make it bigger in our minds than a lot of times. And let me say this, I am not an advocate for cheating in any way, shape, or form. It is not cool. You're in a committed relationship. My fault. You want to say something, man?
You're just telling the truth.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not advocating for cheating, so I don't want that to be misconstrued. You're married to your wife. It is your, and this is, I'm big on selective protection. And that's what a lot of men like to have when it comes to these women. I'll protect you if a man grab your ass. I'll protect you from the guy up the street. But when it comes to protecting you from me, I won't. So that I am not advocating for cheating, but a lot of times we try to complicate cheating as if it's a fuck my family thing. No, I just had a nasty need that needed to be met. My plane is landed.
Yeah.
Selfish desires. So a lot of men stay in the relationship so long because they content, they comfortable, and they complacent. They feel like, oh, there's nothing else out there. I don't want nobody else to have her. They selfish as well, like I said. So why I'm gonna let her go so somebody else could get it? Because you're not doing the job. I've never been married, and I'm 46 years old, but I mean, I know my problems. I can take accountability. Yes, I got commitment issues. So that's why I never been married, because I'm not going to play with it. My parents have been married for 53 years. But like we talked about when the episode last week, it didn't hit me. I'm just a little different. So some men don't want nobody else to have their woman, period.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely agree with all that. And I mean, you gave two options. I'm gonna be the antagonist a little bit. I'm gonna be on the dark side of things. I think a lot of it is just basically because of just the access that we probably had. Sometimes it even possibly even be, and this is, I'm not saying I'm doing this personally, but it might even just possibly just be because of the lack thereof. You always hear constantly nonstop that women are unhappy in relationships for so long, but it's never talked about how women be the problem in a relationship. Y'all always victims. But you never have the conversation of, I messed my marriage up. I messed the relationship up.
You don't sound like you really like women. I don't get that you really like women.
Sweetheart.
You said perimenopause is an excuse. We are always the problem. Are you for real?
Sweetheart, if you want to be technical and you want to be honest, you saying this seem like I don't like women. Nah, it sounds like you don't like accountability, because anytime that I say anything about a negative truth, you're mad about it. Anything. Any negative truth that I say, if I say that females talk loud, you say that I'm mad. Earlier, all I said was females ain't doing this, and you said that I'm mad. So why is it that when a negative truth is spoken to a woman, y'all actually say that the man is sassy, he mad? Oh, I'm sorry, she done jumped off and went somewhere.
She's back. Keep going. She's back.
I think it might be the sometimes it's how you say it. You're very passionate about how you say
absolutely. I mean,
this and that. Like we've been on an hour, and everything you say has been like anti-woman. Like you ain't say one thing in favor of women. You know what I'm saying?
Because of how the questions was. Oh, the questions were basically geared towards that. Ain't nobody.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you, baby?
No,
I think part of it is that you're generalizing all women as well. You're saying no woman ever, and because all females and all. And I think that's what
I just speak in general. I just said women.
And the majority.
I'm just speaking in general. I'm just speaking in the majority. And that's the thing. Like I said, anytime that a man says anything on the negative side, I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. If it say, hey, y'all ladies ain't doing this, oh, you sassy. Oh, hey, if I don't agree with you saying, I'm
sassy.
Period.
Okay. I still can't get over the fact that you said it's an excuse. Women, we have for real women problems that y'all would never be able to understand.
We can't understand. I'm not a woman, sweetheart. Can you tell me what this dick feel like?
It's definitely not something.
Can you tell me what this pipe feel like?
Look how you sound.
No, answer my question, sweetheart. You mad at me because I'm speaking.
First of all, I'm not upset. I don't even know you. I can care less about what you think. However, it's clear that you're one of those men that don't like women. It's clear. We're playing the victim 9 times out of 10 in relationships. We are the victims more than not. Maybe not 9 times out of 10. Let me correct myself. But more times than not, the man is cheating. More times than not. You cannot negate that.
I'm not negating that. But why is it never that y'all possibly be a reason for something?
Of course we are. We might have an attitude. We might not want to be bothered. We might. You
haven't said anything. You haven't said anything about.
Like the gentleman said, it's the way you say it. It's your delivery. And then, do you know how this dick feel? No, I wouldn't want to know how the dick feel. I'm not a man. I don't care.
And that's my point. So why you want me to understand how you think I'm going to understand how females do? I never said not one time y'all don't go through it.
Because it's called compassion, homeboy.
You need a hug, sweetheart. You need a hug. Let me speak. Let me speak,
especially from you.
Let me speak.
I would want your energy around me the way you speak.
No problem, and that's grateful, love. That's grateful. I'm cool with that. No problem. So the fact of the matter is, like I said, when we sit up here talking about these type of things, people don't like when those negative truths are spoke about. You have a lot of men that's in relationships, in marriages that's unhappy, and quite frankly, a lot of females don't show no compassion for that. It's no anything for that. We only supposed to do what? We supposed to just take it, be strong about it, show up there for y'all. Where's the anything? Where's the anything when it comes to a man?
Melly, who hurt you? Baby, who hurt you? Because honestly,
you're generalizing.
You have not said nothing but your opinion.
Speaking. When you ask the question, isn't that your opinion?
Huh? I'm sorry?
But you asked the question. Isn't that supposed to be opinion given?
But we've all been asked questions and you're over here talking negative as hell. Like, do you even like women?
He don't.
Do you like us? Because
That's the
and this
second
is
lady
like,
that has said that.
Exactly. I'm with my
We make
friends.
excuses. We're always the victims. Please.
Have you spoken one time since this evening about anything as far as how a man is?
I want
Anything.
you to give me a non-bias of like something.
Give me a question and I will give you that.
Anything I have stated, Melly, has been non-biased. I'm not here to further the divide, right? I'm a professional. I'm a mother. I was married. I come from a background that we don't play this. Men know their role, women know their role, and we come together. And that's why the marriages last in my culture. So I want to ask you, give me something non-biased. Say something actually like optimistic. Say something that makes me believe you're straight and like women. Because right now, all I'm getting from you is your hurt.
Melly,
Real
who cheats more, men or women?
Man down.
So hold up. Let me just do this. Right? Hold up. Let me just do this for a second. One second. Because what we not gonna do is this, right? One thing that I don't like playing around with is this homosexuality shit, right? I feel like that's like always the narrative that women like to push whenever, you know, accountability is associated with them, or I feel like homosexuality is something that we like to push to demasculate men, right? And so I can't give you a safe space to continuously make attacks at his masculinity, because I would not give him a safe space to be calling y'all bitches, hoes, and sluts and all of that other shit that makes you less of a woman, right? So like, let's go ahead and dead all of that, like all that homosexual rigmarole. Like I really hate that we do that. And it's extremely disrespectful. This platform is not based on that. We love women, we love men, we love each other. This is not the platform for that. Let's really let's I let it go a couple of times, only because I feel like as women, I was trying to give you a pass for being emotional, but this is the thing. We cannot let our emotions override our intellect. That shit is corny. I do not like it, because I would not let any man come up here and disrespect any one of y'all. Let's go ahead and cool it with all the gay shit and all of that. That ain't what this is. We not on that. If you cannot keep your emotions in check, log the fuck off. It's just that simple. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscriptions, and all of that. Thank y'all for tapping in. And yeah, y'all can go ahead. And I appreciate y'all. Hit the like.
Respectfully, too.
When I said that he doesn't like women, I did not insinuate he was gay.
So let me just say this, right? One thing about me, I'm extremely direct when I'm talking. Habibi has the one that said, "Let me make sure that you're straight." I heard who said it. That's when I addressed it. If it was you, I would have addressed you. I heard what you said, but you did hit him with the sassiness though. And once again, and I heard that. Am I lying? And so with the sassy shit, that's like saying I'm gay. Sassy is equated to gayness. So we can't keep throwing these jabs. I let a lot slide just because, like I said, I get it. It was a heated thing.
He said it first. I just agreed.
I think you should have intervened with the "How does the dick feel?" That was a little left as well.
And
I feel like that
was wild.
That was a violation, kind of in a way.
For sure. And
so
Like
disrespectful.
I let a couple of jabs. Listen, because we're not going to hyper focus on it. I let a couple of jabs go left and right. It was a couple punches below the belt, and I let them slide. But now I seen that it was just getting way out of hand. And so, like the man that I am, I'm going to set the tone. Respectfully, then let's go ahead and restart. Let's roll it back in. Let's hit the likes. Let's hit the shares. Let's hit the subscribe. Hamp, run your movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's one thing that I take exception with is when people start doing this my culture thing. You know, like you advocated for people not getting married early, right? But in your culture, the average marriage age is 24 to 26. So people actually get married over and they have longevity in marriage because there are actual rules, right? Are you Muslim?
I am.
Okay, so what does it say in Islam that the man can have 4 wives, up to 4 wives?
Okay, if we're gonna go into Islam, I'm gonna need you to
here's what I'm saying. You're
first.
saying culture, right? And what happens is, I want people to understand when you saying that as though your culture is doing something so great. I want them to understand the parameters.
My love, I'm not saying my culture is doing something so great.
Well, here's what it is. It sounds like it, right? It sounds like you continue to leverage that every single time. Mm-hmm. So I just want to clarify for the people that maybe don't understand these nuances that this would actually exist. Another thing that actually exists, that you got divorced.
Okay, right? So are you gonna let me answer the first question?
This is the last point, and you can talk your shit. So when
you asked me a question.
When you keep talking about this, and I didn't ask you a question. I'm almost done.
Finish, Hamp. Finish, Hamp. Go ahead.
I didn't ask a single question. Right. So when you talk about this fortitude and what your culture does, you didn't do it. Right. And you were married for how many years?
So I can talk.
How many years were you married?
I'm muted. Hello.
You're not muted. You're not muted. You are not muted.
No, it said the host muted me, which happened last time too. So here's the thing. You're correct.
How many years were you married?
I was married 17 years. But here, let's go back to the original question. And the original question here is how many wives are a Muslim allowed to have? So let's refer back to that,
rhetorical.
Right?
That wasn't a question.
Oh, rhetorical. It's funny.
Yes.
So
what it does is it set the stage when I have the floor.
Okay.
So I know that they can have up to 4 wives. This isn't a conversation
you know?
we need to have. Yes.
Okay. Do you realize that there's rules to having 4 wives? You can't just have 4 wives.
Yes. I also know,
again,
so
irrelevant.
Like everybody on the chat, right? Do you guys know that alimony actually comes from Islamic culture? So those men actually take care of those women. I understand the parameters to having more than one wife.
Alimony does not come from Islamic culture. It's called meher. Meher.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
We get meher.
Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
If I'm not going to be allowed to talk and answer questions.
While I was talking. You interjected while I was talking.
Because you're talking about my culture, which you weren't raised in.
No, I know. I'm talking about Islam, right? And
okay,
Islam
and I'm Muslim.
Actually belongs to a lot more people. Right?
Okay.
So now
I'll let you talk for me.
So here's the other thing. You have to also be able to qualify for more than one wife. You have to be able to take care of them. Their duty and raiment cannot diminish. They should all have their own stuff, right? The women are treated well. But I just want to make sure people understand the parameters around this thing. And I just take exception when people start talking my culture this, my culture that. You're talking to us. So let's just have the conversation here and now.
I think there's things to learn from in every culture. And I think there's things to learn from every situation. And I think like I listen to my friends talk. I listen to I travel the world. I pick up things from other cultures and I pick up things from other experiences and I learn from them. And what I'm saying to you, there's great things about my culture. There's terrible things about my culture. And I take from them and I learn from them. And what I'm going to say to you is if we're going to talk about my culture, I'm going to ask you respectfully, sir, to allow me to speak and allow me as someone who is born into Islam, as somebody who knows the proper verbiage, as somebody who knows the proper rules, to allow me to actually answer the rhetorical or non-rhetorical questions that you present to me. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit here and further divide men and women. I'm not going to do that. That is why the divorce rate is so high. This is not men versus, this is some sassy conversation that is just, to me, is like corny as hell. I think men need women and I think women need men. We cannot do what you do and you cannot do what I do. And I'm not going to sit here and say my man messes up and I'm going to go cheat or I'm going to leave him. And I don't expect my man to do that to me. That's it. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me hold it before Hamp goes. Are you done? Like, are you done without any interruptions, Miss Habibi? Like, so when he talks that way, because this is what I'm peeping, and I'm biased. I'm not biased, right? I can care less who talks, right? You keep jumping in when he's talking. You have to let him land his plane. And you seem very bothered. You look flushed at the moment. You just do. Look at your look. Once again, I'm a man talking. I'm a man talking. And once again, you keep jumping in. Just like it's okay to just let that joint chill for a second. Anyway, Hamp, go ahead. You have the floor with no interruptions. We're trying to be respectful here. Go ahead, Hamp.
Yeah, her reply was her turn to talk. So I don't even disagree with what she said. I just wanted to make sure we set a proper baseline because I just hear people do that often when they come from cultures that aren't ours, right?
Okay.
So, Nikki, one thing that you said, I forget what you said about me. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but if you notice, everything I said when I was speaking about marriage was genderless. I'm saying that marriage shouldn't be predicated solely on like happiness being like the top of the totem pole. I'm saying that people should get married younger because comparison is the thief of joy. So I'm championing marriage. It wasn't even about like women or men. It's saying we have to have the fortitude to get these things done because marriage should be the goal for our people.
Okay. So what's your question?
No, that was just a statement. I just want to clarify, make sure you understand where I stood.
Okay.
I want to hear Honey talk because she just here to smile.
Oh yeah, Honey been chilling for a second.
She just here to show her beautiful smile.
And you talk all day on Instagram. Your little following got a little weight to it. You scared now? What's up?
I'm just listening to y'all go back and forth about this. This is pretty funny. This is funny. You guys are very, very funny.
What's up, Honey? Talk your shit.
I came in at like the tail end, so I really didn't know what y'all was talking about. So I was just trying to catch up. And it sounded like y'all was talking about like marriage and cheating and leaving and all of that stuff. But I was just gonna say that for me experiencing what I experienced, I just feel like the stuff men expect for us to subject ourselves to that they not gonna stay if we do it. And I'm not saying I want to do what men do. I know I can't do what a man do. I don't want to do that. But when I sit and I think about it, and I was saying to myself in my previous relationship, and I kept saying, I would never do that to you. I would not do that to you. I would, and it's like, okay, well, bitch, why you let him do it to you then? And it's like, if I did that to you or said that to you, the boundaries are clear. Y'all not going for it. So then it's us sitting here in these 5-year, 10-year relationships being disrespected, not being this, that, and the third, and yet we still staying because we don't want to leave because we supposed to be strong women that stay in our relationships and our marriages and all this stuff. For me, I'm gonna opt to just go ahead and just leave. Like once there's like disrespect and all of that, and I've communicated to you, and you still not doing what you're supposed to do, or you trying to fix it, anything like that, because it's a lot of times where we do communicate to men and we do say, hey, I don't like this, or we do, and you try to say it in the most gentlest way, but then sometimes they still feel attacked. Ladies, am I lying here?
Or they gaslight us, or we're crazy.
Thank you. So it's like no matter how you really say it to them, they still feel attacked and they don't fix the problem. So then you don't fix the problem. You still doing what you're doing. And now I'm coming to you and I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Now I sound like I'm nagging, right? She always nagging me. Well, what the hell is the problem? She said, okay, so why don't you fix the problem? So then as soon as we leave, now all of a sudden she just left. No, nigga, like she's been saying what she's been saying for a long time and you ain't fixed it. So now the only thing at this point y'all respect is when she leave. Now all of a sudden I can fix this and I can do this and blah, 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 blah. Because now I got your attention. But to go back to, what's his name? Melly the special. Okay. To go to Melly point when he said how we never address the fact that sometimes we be the problem in a relationship and that men aren't able to express when they're not happy. Or maybe I think you said something like
basically it's not really a safe space for a man to express when he's not happy. Why is that not a concern? But it's always a female like a.
But we can always say when we not happy and this, that, there, but y'all can't say it. I was in a situation where that wasn't the case. There was a safe space. You can say what you say. I'm a very understanding person. I'm gonna try to fix it. Whatever the problem is, you my man, I'm gonna try to fix it. Okay. I don't care what it is, what I did. And he just wasn't in a, I want to say this to make sure I'm communicating this properly. Mentally, he just wasn't there to accept the fact that, damn, she can really handle this. Does that make sense? Because a lot of the times, we as women, we say we want the truth. We want to hear the truth. Just tell me the truth. And then when you tell her the truth, she break it down or she don't know how to, voice her opinion without feeling a certain kind of way. And it just turns everything on you. And now she make it about herself. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? So for me, I'm one of those people that you can say what it is you're saying. I'm going to try to fix whatever the issue is. But I think it takes a level of mental maturity for a man to understand that you have that type of woman. Does that make sense? Am I saying it right?
No, that make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
My plan.
Well said. Well
I got two questions.
Before you go, Mel, just let me get this off, right? First of all, we have way too many people in here for these super chats not to be jumping. And not only do we have people in here, I know y'all are thoroughly entertained because I'm thoroughly fucking entertained. Hit the fucking super chat. It's at the bottom of the screen. That's the $ sign at the bottom of the screen. The Eagles lost. Ain't nothing better on TV but this right now. So let's just cut the bullshit. Hit the super chats. Hit the likes. Tell your friends to get in here. And this is the thing. We are not opposed, right, to even answering your questions in the comments. So everybody that's on TikTok, everybody that's on Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel, which is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Hit the likes, hit the subscriptions, tap in, show love to Hamp. Show love to all of the panelists, man. Like I said, nobody had to be here. They here. We locked in. Turn this fucking chat up. Turn the likes up. Let's turn the conversation up. We here. I'm on coffee. I'm wired. And yeah, that's what we on. And I might bring some of these people to my live show. So I might do that. We're going to see who built for it, though. Anyway, Mel, go ahead. Get your shit off. My fault, brother.
I got two questions. Honey, you just said something that was, I'm just fit to say the first one. And any female that want to. Y'all hear us men say that it's not safe for us to be vulnerable. First and foremost, do y'all actually think that y'all make it safe for us to be vulnerable?
I don't
That's my
think a
first
lot of
question. That's my first question.
okay.
And my next one is hearing what you're saying, where women y'all communicate with us and y'all communicate time and time with us over and over. I'm not going to front. Y'all actually probably do that. But is it just possible that maybe the same way that y'all say that y'all want us to communicate with y'all properly, y'all might not be returning that. Y'all not might be reciprocating. Like you can't just talk to a man a certain way and expect him not this. And that also be a case a lot of times. Maybe because y'all and y'all emotions or whatever the case is. How many times do you see that, and do y'all think that that may be something that women do? So either question y'all can run with.
So can I touch on the vulnerable? So what I've learned is that a lot of men take what one woman did and apply it to all. So if the last lady didn't create a vulnerable, you were vulnerable with her and then she threw it in your face, right? And then you got with somebody new, and because she did that, now the next lady got to pay for it. So I learned, and this is just from watching the men in my life, that they are so quick to put you in a box with the rest of them as soon as something happens with one. So you just said, oh, do y'all feel like do we create a safe space for you to be vulnerable? Yes. I am a safe space for not just my man, but my family, my kids, my everybody. I don't throw things back in people's faces, but have I been thrown in a box with the rest of them who do throw it in? Yes, all the time, which then makes the communication lacking, right? Because now you're not going to talk to me because you felt like you talked to her and she threw it in your face. As soon as y'all got into it, she took that vulnerable moment and she made it into something nasty. So I think
you feel less than the man.
Right. And now you emasculated them.
Well,
so
I got something on that one. I feel you.
So I think you have to take some accountability as well. We talking about accountability, right? I think men and women alike both do it, but in this instance, men do have to take some accountability for not having that vulnerable space because they take once one woman do it, they throw them all in the box.
I just want to say this though. I just want to say this, and I'm speaking to the ladies in general. I hear where he's coming from, and it's not just him, but it's a lot of men that say that. And I'm going to say, whoever I'm with, I'm always going to create a safe space. However, as women, right? Maybe not the women on this panel, and I can't generalize. There are a lot of women that do not create that safe space for men, and that is unfortunate, right? So I have brothers, I have sons, and all of that, and a lot of them say this, right? No, I can't open up because she's going to throw it back in my face. I can't cry on her shoulder because in a month or so she's going to say, oh no, you know what, you cried, you're a whatever, she's going to name call him, right? So as women, I do believe that a lot of us, not all obviously, but a lot of us have to do better in creating a safe space for our men, but for real, right? Like really letting him know that at the end of the day, I got your back. At the end of the day, you can talk to me about what you have going on because I am not going to judge you. So to answer his question, or well, not, I do understand where you're coming from and I do relate. And I do think that as women, we have to do a better job. That does not apply to me. I always create a safe space for the people that I love, the men that's in my life or whatnot. But as women in general, because I have seen it, right? Where somebody breaks down and then they're like, yeah, man, whatever, this man's a pussy. He cried. Okay. He felt safe enough to cry with you because he was going through something, right? He felt comfortable coming to you because you know what? Yeah, he is the man of the house, but he has, a little bit of financial issues. And now he has to probably count on you. Don't judge him for that. A lot of times as women, we do that, and we do have to do better for that. So that's just my piece on it.
So I'm about to have a simp moment again, and I'm going to be ridiculed for this, and that's cool, right? But in my experience with women that disrespect men, and we're not talking about B words, we're talking about women. There's a major difference between a B word and a woman. So let's go ahead and get that, if you know what I mean, clear, right? I think that we forget that men and women are both human, right? And so what I've learned is that A lot of these women are frustrated. A lot of these women are speaking to these men crazy, right? Because you know how fragile a man ego is, right? But they're speaking out of frustration. A lot of these women deal with a lot of fuck shit for years and years and years. Women are grown women are not just coming into relationships calling men bitch ass niggas. Grown women are not just, and I'm talking about women, not thug misses. I'm talking about really grown, feminine, soft women who are in love with being women, because we got it. That distinction has to be clear. In my expertise, women are not looking to just make you a bitch ass nigga. Women are not looking to just tell you shut the fuck up. Women are not going out of their way to tell you that you're weak or that you don't do it for them. What happens is a lot of you men, I hate to do this, and I'm big on respect. But how many disappointments am I supposed to tolerate before I start to voice it? How many times are you supposed to let me down? How many times are you supposed to betray me? How many times are you supposed to have me looking at you like less of a man before I start talking to you like one? And so then you'll get a man like, well, I don't know why she start calling me a bitch ass nigga, because you've been acting like a bitch for the last 9 years. I don't know why she start talking down to me, because you've been on a low vibration for the last 9 years. She didn't want to talk to you like that. At some point in a relationship, and I hate when men do this, and they're ready to let me have it for this, right? But I hate when men create the same monsters that they complain about. A lot of you men create the same monsters that you complain about. You let her down, you lied, you cheated, you disappointed, you're fucking the money up, you fucked the tax money up, you did this, you did that, and she let it slide, and then it builds up because she's human. She's frustrated. You know what? You are weak. You know what? You do suck as a provider. You know what? You are acting like a bitch. And I'm not encouraging that. And I know they're going to get mad, but like, what about that part? Is any man willing to say, you know what? I've been a bitch ass nigga. I've been a disappointment. I have not been operating to my full capacity. I can do better. Has any man ever sat back and said, that was a really nice young lady when I met her, and maybe I corrupted her a little bit because she didn't used to talk like that? Fellas?
Yeah, certainly. There's ebb and flows in my marriage. And truth, when it was an ebb, is because my behavior was unbecoming, you know. And so obviously there's things that my wife can improve upon, you know. But when we had the toughest times, I was the catalyst of it, and I was also the catalyst for the upward, right? You know, the roller coaster going up too, okay, right? Because if you break it, you got to fix it.
A lot of men not gonna admit that though, because remember they was all the good guy who got looked over. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's not true.
They all
the
majority is not going to hold themselves accountable like you just did. So I do appreciate that.
Well, the thing is, you know, like that's actually a word right there that's always going to be a big problem, because when you start talking about accountability, people will probably they run faster than the speed of light. Just like you said, okay, men, we did this, we did that, we this. There is a lot of things that we do that is actually incorrect. There's a lot of times we probably would drop the ball, probably regardless of what the reason is. We ain't got to try to figure it out what the reason is. The thing that gets that starts to be a prominent, again, because I've been married for 16 and a half years. I got it. I've definitely been around this thing a long time. A lot of times is people is not one, they also not communicating in the proper way for them. When you with somebody, man, you're supposed to it's almost like love language. You're supposed to know these things. A lot of people don't. Let's keep it all the way 100. A lot of people lose who that other person was because they got so full of themselves. There's a lot of times where we sit up here about somehow a man is not doing this. There's a lot of times where female drop the ball too. It is. We're just gonna be totally honest. There's a lot of times, but you don't.
We got a super chat from BZ, and I can't say the rest. He said that I channeled.
Man.
He said that I channeled my inner Derek Jackson for that. Get the fuck out of here. I love your energy. I would grind you to sawdust, but I can't see your face. I wish I could bring you up. But anyway, y'all continue.
Yo, you know, Melly, the thing is, right? I'm listening to what you're saying thoroughly. I like to answer the question as asked first, and then when we pivot, we can start talking about the accountability or lack thereof for the women, you know. But when Truth asked us that, he gave his soliloquy, then asked the question. I just think it's only right that we respond to that question first.
Respectfully, okay, cool, yeah. And you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
No, respectfully, yeah, I take that. And you know what? I'm gonna even say I apologize for that. I would, in my case, there probably was times where I was actually the fault for the downwards part in my marriage. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say probably there was. There's always going to be parts where you have that. Um, I mean, I would even say like one of my biggest things was I would work too much. My whole thing is I came from the hood,
They're almost here.
came from the hood of 23rd and Diamond. My whole thing was I ain't never want to let my family be able to see that. So I would, once I started learning how to be successful, it would just work, 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 and I kind of sort of was not giving her the time that she might have required. But the other issue was we had also had a little bit of a communication thing because you telling me you good, you telling me you fine, but it wasn't. And this is something that, like I said, where you see later on where you would tell a man this, and it's really that. You can't hold these things in and expect people to fix things. It's almost like the unspoken. They call it the unspoken, not unspoken truth, unspoken expectations.
So I think that
That
as
was a lot
men,
of times where
I think that as men, and I know I've also been guilty of this, right? A
Can I
lot of
touch
times,
on what Truth said about letting things slide? Because Jessica, when I first got on, what you said resonated because I was in a very long-term marriage and I kept letting things slide. So when you say letting things slide, I'm going to say, as a woman that has been cheated on, abused mentally, physically, financially, every way that you can think of, because I was with him at 17, married at 20, and baby at 21. I think, and I think you can attest to this, if and when you allow a man to cheat and he gets away with it, he's going to do it again. Why? Because you haven't left. Why? Because he's still providing and now you're comfortable and now he knows he can do it again. So letting things slide. Now, if you get if you cheating and you don't get caught, then hey, what I don't know won't hurt me. But I would love to know your thought process on us allowing these men to cheat, to play in our face, to give us all these excuses why they cheated. Because my ex was always telling me I was gaslit to say, oh, well, you wasn't doing this and you wasn't doing that. And I was younger then, and he was 10 years older. So a lot of things I was questioning myself now. Being a woman that does know her worth, having all of the confidence in the world, teaching other women how to build confidence and know their worth, now I know that cheating and getting caught is not something I can just let slide. What are your thoughts on that, Jessica?
Oh wow. Okay, that was a lot. But sorry, I just want to make sure I understand your question. You're saying, what are my thoughts on letting a man get away with the cheating? Oh, she left.
Letting cheating slide.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was with him when I was very young, right? And you don't know any better. He was 8 years my senior. So I didn't know any better, right? I found out he was having a full-blown affair 2 months before we got married. I come from a Caribbean background. So for me, they were like, you know what? Just let it slide. It's fine. Even if you guys sleep in two separate rooms, then it's okay. You're just married. And I turn a blind eye a lot of times, and I don't think that it's okay. Just like you were saying, explicit, like about the happiness, after a certain amount of time, I was not happy. I tried everything. We went to therapy. I'm a communicator, so I don't argue. I could count on one hand how many times we actually argued in the years that we were together because I communicate, right? But after communicating several times and after him cheating several times and me, um, forgiving him, I just had to say, you know what, it's not for me. But I also realized that I had low self esteem at that time because, okay, he's cheating on me. What am I going to do? I have kids. Who's going to take me? At the time, I was like overweight and everything. So I let a lot slide because of that. But after a while, as I was saying, like, no, just enough is enough. And I know my worth and I just didn't want to accept that anymore. So yeah, I don't know if it answers your question, but
I'm never owning a man cheating on me.
really?
yeah. But
Never.
You said what you mean?
Okay.
You said you never what?
I'm never owning it.
What do you mean
When
by
you
that?
cheat, it's not because of me. You
She's
cheated because
never
of
the
you.
reason that a man is cheating on her. She's never the reason. That's
Oh,
what she means
but
by
you
that,
know
right?
what? And I'm gonna say this. He told me that. He was like, Jess, it's not you. He's like, he told me this. He's like, you are amazing. He's like, I'm not cheating because of you. He's like, it's really a problem with me. Because as the other person was saying before, oh, have sex this amount of time a week or whatever. I fulfilled his needs. I really, okay, maybe not 6 times a week, but for the most part, You know, I did what I was supposed to. But he told me that it was not me, and you pretty much did it for sport.
Hold on. We can pause on this, man. You can't just keep laughing like that.
What
That's
did I
wild.
do?
Why are you trying to put Naeem out
For
there like
that,
that?
man. That's wild.
It's the
Oh,
chat.
that was y'all was laughing at?
Oh,
Whoever wrote that, spell my name right. That's
Right.
The sisterhood is fucking crazy.
Hold on.
He must be talking about how I be in the comments. 'Cause I ain't say nothing in like 30 minutes. I'm ready to go.
Oh shit.
That's diabolical right there.
I mean that. I'm never owning.
But Jess,
I'm never owning when a man cheats.
Have you ever cheated on your
you not here, Jess?
I've never cheated.
What about you, Nikki and Honey and Jessica? Y'all never cheated on
Yeah, hear what Jess was
I
saying?
absolutely did. I started to say I'm gonna stay because of the lifestyle and the family dynamic. So yeah, I'm gonna cheat back. I definitely did, but I didn't cheat first.
That's what I want to hear. Who cheated back? At least she
Well,
got
Jess-
a question.
I cheated back.
Yo,
I
Truth.
cheated back, but
Some real stuff right there,
was
man.
it worth it? No, because we're not built like y'all.
Okay.
So
you're
Nikki,
right.
I feel like you. I learned early in life that I don't get over cheating.
Man.
So when you cheat on me, it's not something I ever recover from. It turns me into a monster. It creates somebody who I don't even recognize anymore. So as soon as you cheat, I'm done. I'm no longer married because he cheated.
So I got a question. May I just interject and I'm out the way. So hold on, real quick, because I gotta stop right here.
We're gonna get Honey an iPad, man.
You don't own ever being the reason that a man cheated, but you said you have cheated back though?
Me? No.
Yeah. Oh, you never cheated back.
Yeah,
Nikki,
Nikki said that.
you cheated back, Nikki.
Did.
And was he the reason that you gave your vagina up, or that's the decision that you made on your own? Did he push the penis in you?
No,
I just want to understand. Yes, I'm listening.
I felt as though I needed to get back. I didn't know any better. We're talking about 15, 20 years ago when
How old are you?
I'm 45.
So you was 20, 15 years. No, 20. Shit. Yeah, 20, 15 years ago, right? Or 20 years ago. You was actually
in my younger days, in my younger years, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get this nigga back.
But
That
what do
was
you
my
mean
thought
by
process.
but what do you mean by you didn't know any better? I'm confused.
Because I would never, if say for instance, if I was married present, right, and I found out that my husband cheated, I would not just go and cheat back. I wouldn't get revenge like that. The best revenge is walking away and glowing up and being successful.
At what age do we realize that we shouldn't put another penis in us outside of our relationship? At what age do
everybody evolves at different times, true.
No,
and
I'm just but you said that you didn't know any better.
I didn't know because
as a 20-year-old married woman with a kid, right?
Because I was thinking out of emotion. I was thinking I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna make him feel the way.
Asking. I don't want to be sassy. I'm just asking.
I didn't take it that you were.
I can see it in your eye though. That
explaining.
left eye was like sassy
No.
nigga. I could, but I'm gonna back off of it. My plane
You
is landing.
reaching. You reaching, my guy. You reaching.
I'm not. You said that you didn't know any better not to put another penis in you as an adult.
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
As we grow, as we evolve, certain things we just ain't gonna do no more. Back then, I did know. I said I'm gonna go get this nigga back just like he got. I'm gonna make him feel it. I'm gonna stay out all night. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him checking for me.
You were doing though.
A lot of the times.
Go ahead, honey.
A lot of the times,
please,
we be
honey.
seriously misguided. That's the name of my podcast. Seriously misguided, because the people. It could be the influence. What did the pastor say? He said, "Whoever has your ear has your future." That's what he said, and that is some real shit. Shout out to my. I'm sorry for using shit, but anyway, that's like that's real spill, because the people who we have around us, the influence, the way that we were brought up, the people who raised us,
that is true.
Very much have taught us all that negative ass shit, and then we do these things even though you feel like, damn, I kind of don't. Sometimes you just, the people who you keep around you and the shit it is that you done learn over time, you go with that. That's the same narrative that's being pushed right now with these 21, 22, 25-year-old girls. Who has their ear? What they telling them? Fuck these niggas.
Get
suck
money.
a nigga dick, get money. If he cheat on you, fuck another nigga, fuck his best friend. What you think these girls out here doing?
Hey,
And guess what, honey? And guess what? Back then,
shit.
back then,
How old are you, honey?
I'm 30.
Yeah, you a young buck, right? She's 45, damn near 50. This is a woman that was born and raised in a different time than you're raised in, ma'am.
No, she was born. You where you from, Nikki?
Let me
1999.
finish this, but I'm
Nikki, where
doing.
you
But hold
from?
up, but let me finish this though. Let me land this plane. I had to mute her, right? So you have to understand, this is a 50-year-old woman. The shit that you're talking about is sexy red culture. We're not. We grew up in Patti LaBelle culture. This is a whole different time. This is a whole different era. 20 years ago, go get your lick back with a dick was not the message that was being pushed. So we gotta just be realistic here. And I get what you try to do, cute sisterhood. I get it. I understand it, but I cannot allow that to get a pass. Now I'm going. My plane has been landed.
Let me ask Nikki.
Let me bring Nikki back up. I like Nikki.
Nikki, where you from?
Chicago. And everything that you said has a lot to do with why I did what I did. The circles that I ran around, the circles that the people that I were with, one, they were not married, right? Two, it was like, girl. So it has a lot to do with your surroundings. Now I'm around like-minded women. So first of all, Truth, let me come back to you. 45 is not the Patti LaBelle era. That's my mama's era. You were reaching.
Monica era.
Seriously. And I never said that I just went and had sex with someone, because I think that women, when we do cheat, for all those women who are going to attest and hold themselves accountable and said that they did cheat, we do it for a different reason. So I didn't just go and lay down with somebody. I was actually dating, thinking it was going somewhere, hoping that it was going somewhere. That was my mindset. So no, I wasn't in the sexy red era, but I still made the decisions based off of the proximity to the people that I were around and the things that were okay.
But 45-year-old Nikki wouldn't do that.
Absolutely not. 40-year-old Nikki wouldn't do that.
Right, because people live and they learn. So I get where you're coming from. Like,
so how old was you when this happened?
Your 20s, as opposed to where you are now.
How old was you when you did this?
Like, it's always 29. In you. It's always in you.
Like 29, but again, I'm always evolving. I'm constantly growing.
You was almost 30 when you did this?
I was.
So when did you realize right from wrong? Like, hey, look, I should, like, when did the, if you want to call it, the common sense part come?
I don't think she's saying she didn't know it was wrong.
Don't defend her. Don't defend her.
No,
let her talk.
Her exact words was,
I realized when it didn't go anywhere. When I thought, what do you realize when you cheat on your wife? What do you realize?
No, it's true.
No, don't answer the question with a question. He was very specific in what he asked.
And I said when I realized, and I said when I realized it didn't go nowhere.
Oh my God. Hold on, because now you're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting nothing.
You specifically said that I had to get him back. That you had revenge.
That was the thought process when I did it day to day.
So now you're saying that you was in a relationship to get him back, and you didn't see it.
I never said I was in a relationship. I said I was looking for a relationship. I didn't cheat just to go have sex with someone. I cheated looking for something else.
You said I got back. Yeah. You put a dick in you to get back at him for cheating on you. That's what you said.
I cheated back. I got involved with someone that was spending time and building. When women cheat, we look for emotional connections, okay? And nobody on here can make me feel bad for a decision that I made. Okay, well, that's the way that you're coming at me, so I could care less what you think. That's why I did. I thought that I was getting back. I thought that I was getting back, but I played myself knowing that that's not what you do. The best way to get revenge is to leave and be okay with being hurt and grow and learn from it. Okay.
So you didn't have revenge sex, you had revenge relationships. So you start building with somebody else, and while you were still with that guy. So there we go. So I just wanted an understanding.
Yeah, now you understand. You get it now?
Yes, I understand it now. I had to, pull it out of you because you were saying it wrong.
You ain't have to pull nothing out of me, and I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm saying how I said it.
well, you said originally you said you put a dick in you in order to get back at him.
No, this is totally different than saying I went and had sex the next day. No, that's totally different. That's how you're trying to spin it, and that's not how it was.
revenge sex.
I didn't have revenge sex. That ain't what I said. So you didn't miss me with that. And you just getting on here. You don't even know what you're talking about. Next.
I've been listening for a while.
That ain't what I said.
That's not what she said. And ultimately, her rebuttal was to truth. She was saying that she has evolved from the person that she was. She was just saying that she did that to get back at him, regardless of if it was a relationship or not. She did it to get back at the guy who.
And it wasn't just based on sex.
And that she evolved from it. She wasn't saying. I think.
Well, the issue was that she said she didn't know better as a 30-year-old woman. That was the issue. Let's not scapegoat
I
that.
obviously didn't know any better because I wouldn't do that today. I didn't know better. I was jaded.
People don't give you grace for the fact of the things it is that you just simply don't know. Some things just seem normal in our
You
normal
didn't know
world.
at 30?
I'm from Broward County. I'm Trina.
Trina was my era, okay?
Exactly. And I'm
not
30
years old.
You didn't know 30?
Okay.
I applaud you for the honesty, but it's like, yo, she fessed up to it.
Honey, you didn't know at 30?
That was your era. That was your time.
Honey, one thing, right? And I think Nikki's intelligent, so I know she knew what she was doing was wrong. She also said it in her verbiage. She said, "Well, honey, just listen to this last part, and then you can retort properly." She said, "Get back." So you hear the language? The language
not about her not
but you were saying
it's
that
about making a bad decision, like y'all always do when y'all cheat.
No, but we just, Nikki, I'm saying that what you did was wrong or you had an issue with it, right? That's all we want to just be heard plain and clear. It ain't about the environment. You knew what time it was, and it didn't pan out how you wanted it to. Saying, next time that ain't worth it. That's all. Crazy. Ain't that much Trina in the world, beloved? Like we know what we be doing at 30. You heard?
You are a product of your environment.
You are a product. Right. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she don't know. She didn't know right from wrong. What we all be knowing right from. He knew not to go out there and sell them drugs.
But she said she didn't know though, honey.
She didn't know.
You keep trying to excuse it. She said that she didn't know. And let me give you hold up. Let me give you say this because we gotta stop trying to protect nonsense. Let me give you say this. So we can talk all this product of my environment shit, right? I sold drugs because I wanted to. I grew up in a poverty-stricken neighborhood, but I sold crack because I fucking wanted to. No one put a gun to my head and said, nigga, sell crack. I did it because I wanted to. It was a decision that I made as a youth. She made a decision to get her lick back as a 13-year-old woman. Like, let's cut the bullshit. She wasn't 16. She wasn't 15. She wasn't 22. She was 30. A married woman and a mother. And it's not that deep. She did change. I'm proud of you, Nikki. I'm proud of your growth. But she said it. I got my lick back. Let's just let it be accountable and let's move forward. That's all. She did it. And I'm mad at you, explicit, because you know better and you trying to back this bullshit. And that's why these women. Never mind. Let me shut up.
I'm not backing it. I'm just
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Let it marinate.
Come on. Stop, beloved.
I never said whether she was right or wrong. I just explained what she said. I didn't say whether she was right or wrong.
And you even explained it wrong. Like
I did not.
Listen, even the chat quarter.
Right and wrong on somebody making a decision.
We good.
She already took the accountability. She said she did it.
Ain't honest enough to say it.
What? True said that he sold drugs because he wanted to. My question to that is, why did you want to?
Because I was broke and I just wanted some money. I could have got a job though. I took the easier route because it was easier to do. I could have got a job.
Okay. Wait.
I'm gonna cook you, youngin. I'm gonna cook you.
You took the easier route because it was easy to do. You could have got a job, but you didn't, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you see doing that?
It wasn't influencing me though. That's what I'm trying. Everybody. Also, hold on. I got you. Everybody in my neighborhood. Go ahead. Continue.
You seen everybody in your neighborhood doing it. You seen everybody in your neighborhood getting this easy money.
I seen them smoking crack too, though. I seen them smoking crack too. I seen them smoking crack, and I seen them robbing people, and I seen them raping people too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
When
but
you
you've
grow up
seen
in
all that
reality,
in
you
your
gonna fall back
environment,
to
right?
And
the
I
woman.
made the decision.
But
I
no,
made
but
the conscious decision. I said, I want to sell some fucking crack. I was not influenced by them. Yes, I did see them do it. I was like, okay, that's a way to make money, but I made the decision. Just like I got friends that grew up with me. They don't have any homicides. They never sold drugs. They took their ass to work from that same exact block. They work to this day. They never touched a drug, never touched a gun, never robbed anybody. It was a conscious decision. So when I went to
Based off
jail,
of what though?
because I
Based
wanted to do it. I wanted some money,
no,
and I didn't
no, no,
care
no,
who
no.
I
You
had to
did it
hurt
because you
or what I
wanted to
had to do
do
to
it.
get it.
It wasn't just because you wanted to
He's
do it.
100%
Yes,
right.
it
Based
was.
off of what though? Based off
No,
of what you saw
honey,
around you. If you lived in a suburban
But
neighborhood,
this
you
the
lived in a
key in
suburban
that.
neighborhood, you did not see none of
let's
that.
break it down
Everybody
for
The,
you seen, they going to school, they going to football practice, they going to basketball practice, hockey practice, this place, that place, blah 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 blah. If everybody you seen
I
around
like you,
you
honey.
was
You
going to
think
We,
that?
school,
Do,
doing
do, do you
everything what the
think?
fuck
Hold
they
on,
was
I
supposed
got
to
her.
be doing,
Do you
and
think that
what were
rich
you
white?
seeing?
Hold up.
What was
Do
you
you
seeing?
think? Do you think that rich white boys that grow up in the suburbs don't go to school and start selling pills? Is that your false belief that rich ass white boys that are in the suburbs right now, not selling coke, fentanyl, heroin, ecstasy, Percocets, because they can? Some people don't even sell drugs for money. So this is what you got to understand. I'm gonna cook your boots. Do you know that some people actually have to go to rehab not because of being addicted to drugs, but just being addicted to the lifestyle? Have you ever heard of being addicted to a lifestyle? Do you know how many privileged kids go? That young Berg, I'll give you an example. He said that his parents were millionaires. He said he would take his mother's Range Rover, ride all the way down to the rough parts of LA, park it, catch a taxi to go to the hood to sell crack for the excitement. But these are decisions that are being made, young buck. That's it. And once we start to really look at that for what that is, everything that we do is a conscious decision. What we're not going to do, and I'm off the subject, is we're not going to let do you know how smart a 30-year-old woman is, ma'am? Do you know you're 30 years old, matter of fact, honey, and you're pretty intelligent. You're pretty intelligent. I see in your videos you are extremely articulate. As a 30-year-old woman, we're trying to say what we didn't know.
But the part that she's missing is you said that you made a conscious decision to do it. You wanted to do it, but you never once said that you did not know it was wrong. You did it because you was broke and you wanted money, and you said it. So the part that she's missing is you never said, "Oh, I didn't know it was wrong."
Nobody
and that's the difference.
Nobody never said we didn't know it was wrong. Nobody
No,
never.
no,
He
because
didn't
he
say
said
that.
he didn't know any better. When you say I don't know any better, that means you didn't know it was wrong. He never said he didn't know any better. He simply said I did this because I was broke. I did this because I wanted money.
Bro, we are beating a dead horse. And I'm upset tonight because I thought I didn't want y'all to be delusional, but it's okay. We know that we're going to deal with a tad bit of that, and that's okay. We love y'all. Y'all beautiful. Everybody looks good. We love y'all. Let's go ahead and move the plane. She didn't know what she was doing. I'm glad that you know now. I'm proud of your growth. We love you, Queen. Anyway, can we talk about child support tonight?
Ooh.
You sure you want to talk about that?
Absolutely, Queen.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm triggered on this one.
Listen.
I'm telling you this right now. I'm gonna be triggered with this one.
Chill, man.
I saw something that said, and I think this was like some of the stupidest shit I ever seen, that the child support should be put on a card or in an account for the kid so that when they get 18, they get it all at one time, right? If that's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, because it's called support. How do I support my kid putting the money up and not doing nothing with it?
Right.
And I also see a lot of men who try to regulate what happens with the child support.
It's his money. It's his money. Yes, he should. Yes, he should. He should regulate that money. Don't spend it on your other kids and don't be paying no bills in there. Support my kid. I'm gone.
Don't pay no bills. Your kids in my
like
house flushing toilets, turning on lights, eating my food, and I ain't supposed to pay no bills with support money. That's crazy.
Your kid.
I'm with the ladies on
your kid.
What?
Fellas, I'm with the
ladies. Your kid.
It's still my kid.
No, hold on. The mother, now I have 8 kids and I supported all of them. I love them to death. But the mother is doing things with her money. So if money come in that she can go get her hair done because she done used all her money to support your child because you're not there, by all means, go get your hair, lashes.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen,
are you serious?
I've been there. I'm telling you. that
He's going for that nonsense. He's got himself going for that nonsense. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding?
Yo, I got out. I got kicked out. Not kicked out. I logged out by mistake. What did he say? I missed it.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. No.
One person, please. What did he say?
He said if a woman is taking care of things with her money, and when the child support comes in, by all means, go get your hair, your nails done, or whatever the case may be. I mean,
that's wild.
I'm saying,
you fucking bum. She's a fucking bum. You taking my kid money to get your hair done? Who messing your hair up?
No, that's not what he's saying.
I'm gone.
That's not what he's saying.
It really don't even matter what he said. The fact of the matter is it don't. That no, you ain't gonna win that one.
What he's saying is this, and I'm gonna try to interpret because he's not here no more to say what he's saying, right? But what he's saying is, if the tuition is due, and you know the kid need school supplies and school clothes, and you can't wait for the child support check to come in to do that shit. So now I'm spending all my money to take care of everything that my kid needs. So when the child support check comes, I ain't got no money to get my hair done because I spent it all on our kids. So now, yes, I was reimbursed.
It's a reimbursement.
I already did. My thing is this: if your child is well taken care of, and you don't have to worry about nothing. When I say nothing. My kids are well taken care of. I don't ask their daddies for shit. They got clothes, they got food, all of the above. Then you shouldn't have nothing to say about what happened to that child support money.
That's what's convenient for you. You express convenient for you. That's for you. That's because that's what's convenient for you. You ain't gonna sit up here and tell myself a child that we made, me and you made. Whatever happens at your house, you are responsible for. Are you sending child support when the kid is with me? No, you're not.
So
no,
but wait, hold on. Let me finish.
Let the brother land his plane. Land your plane, brother. Hold on, explicit. Hold on.
Let him ask it again. Go ahead.
The fact of the matter is, we made this child. It's both of our responsibility. Yes, I'm sending a payment over. I'm sending money over there for my child. Spend the money on my child. Ain't no reimbursement. If I'm not here, who you reimbursing? The child is still your responsibility just as well as mine.
Okay.
This ain't no reimbursement yourself. This ain't no temporary type loan. The fact of the matter is, we made this child together, literally.
Right. Good bro. Let me ask you a question.
Because wait a minute, let me
hold up. Let her land. Dave, let her land. Go ahead, explicit.
So my daughter is 12, and me and her dad have a great relationship. He does pay child support. When he has her, here's the thing: from the time she was 2 till regardless. When he had her more than he's supposed to have her, I kick him back his child support. Child support is calculated by the number of overnight visits. So when he got her more, now name me one bitch who is doing that. One. So yes, when you talking to me,
name me one bitch that has a perfect relationship with her baby daddy, but still got him on child support. What sense does that make?
So because it wasn't always perfect. It wasn't always perfect. The first 2 years was a little rough. Now we good. No, she 12. The first 2 years was a little rough. Now we good. But here's the thing, like I said, yes, he pays child support. I've never raised it, and I don't ask him for anything outside of what he pays.
They don't.
He don't pay nothing else. He don't contribute to Christmas. And I don't ask. Whatever he paying child support is what I get. That's it. I don't ask him for nothing else.
So let me ask the fellas a question. And I'm only asking this. The way I feel now is newly found because I have a friend that's really going through something, supporting her kids by herself. When you say child support, that is support for everything. They take a bath with hot water. Their food get cooked with the gas. The electric, they get to do their homework and everything. So when you send support, that's for all of that. If my mortgage is $1,500 a month, so that means if she's paying the mortgage, she's paying the gas, the electric, the water, because the child isn't staying with you. If you send her money, and she took that money and said, hey, I haven't had my hair done in 2 months, and she got her hair done, why is that bad? Why is that frowned upon from us if the mother is supporting your child, both of your child by herself, because we're not in the house. We're not in the house, so we don't see the extra bills and everything that go, the lunch money, the clothes, that stuff is expensive. And I know because I took care of all 8 of my children. I ain't have child support. I ain't have food stamps. I bought my food stamps from people because I couldn't get food stamps. That stuff costs money. So why do we have an attitude, and why are we upset if she go get some lashes or nails done or hair done? I really would like to know.
I agree with you, bro. 100%. I agree.
Because that's still our child. You take care of the child when it's with you. Whatever you do, how you make your money, what your bro,
let's read these real quick. Let's read these real quick and then we jump back in. Legacy with the $5 says women need to realize that there's a difference between child support and child maintenance. Go ahead, Drew.
Okay.
Like that.
So let me just jump in here for a second with this child support stuff, right? This is really a slippery slope. And I think that we sometimes get the false belief that every mother is broke. I know a lot of moms that not only put the dads on child support because they don't want anything from him, but for him to be a father. When you go down here to this white man and get this white man involved, right? I don't think that the father should be giving up any money outside of what's allotted by the courts. So if they tell you $75 a month is what you get, if you went down to that courthouse out of spite to put me on child support, I want you to enjoy those $75. There's going to be a lot of women triggered about that. Let me say this, right? How many moms take these fathers down to child support out of spite? How many moms go down to this courthouse, not because he's a bad father, but literally go down here because you're bitter, because he moved on, because how many moms feel like they're going to make a father pay because he's not doing for your kid the way that you see fit? Because I've seen that a lot as well, because I'm a father, and I'm a father that likes to wear certain things and do certain things. And I've not only in my case, but I've seen mothers say, well, your son don't have the new $1,500 sneakers. You're a deadbeat. Am I a deadbeat? I went and got him 5 pair of Jordans. Why does he need to be wearing Balenciaga like me? So a lot of these moms put their emotions in it and make it about them. Child support is not for the mom. Your hair should not be getting done with child support money. Your nails should not be getting done with child support money. You shouldn't even be buying food nor clothes for the other children in that house with child support money for my kid. Go ahead, Mr. Naeem the Dream.
Yo, as a man that deals with a lot of single mothers, I'm like, they just fall in my lap. Like, that's all I deal with is single mothers.
Oh, they fall in your lap, huh?
I mean, that's all I meet. Single mothers. You can't compare having a kid for 2 days, the expense of having a kid for 2 days versus the expense of having it for 5. It just doesn't. It's not close. So naturally the mother is spending way more on a day to day. Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
You talking to me?
Whoever agreed with you, I guess. Would you
agree with what you just said. I agree with that.
Okay. Yes, I agree with that. Go ahead.
You can't even compare. They got to eat 3 times a day. Add that up. At least 3 times. Now do that Monday through Friday, and then compare it to you or the dad that only got it 2 days a week. That's a crazy imbalance. So what is wrong with her going to get a little pedicure or something? With
you got children?
I don't understand.
Do you got children?
You got kids, man?
I would never have kids. You
would never have kids. Cool. So let me cook as a man that has children.
Wait, he said he would love to have kids.
He said no, he would never. He will never have
no.
kids.
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. So this is a man with no children, which is cool. I get what he's saying, right? I think that what we forget a lot of times, once again, I talked about this. Usually how does it go when the mom has the kids is we take care of all the clothing, we take care of all the maybe they're in sports, the football shit, the cleats, the shoulder, like we take care of the big shit. That's how usually men step up for their children. Like we take care of the big shit. So for I'm not saying all men explicit, I don't know your situation, but for the most part, right? Like for my kids, I like them to look a certain way. I like for them to be dressed a certain way. So yes, is she in charge of the day-to-day stuff like dinner and whatever the case may be? me? Absolutely. Would I even have an issue going to the marketing and helping out with the groceries? That's not an issue for me. My kid has to eat. I get that. There's no discrepancy there. My money should never be utilized for your maintenance. My money that's for my kid should never be utilized for your maintenance and your upkeep.
I think y'all talking about like the poor-minded poor women. I think that's what y'all refer to.
You said reimbursement, honey.
You said reimbursement.
You said reimbursement.
Because it is because how do you now determine?
I was just saying what she was saying when she was saying what she was saying, and then I said she said reimbursement. I said we said at the same time. I was just understanding what she was saying.
Can I take this another direction? Then
is about poor women that do shit like that, because at the end of the day, just like you just said, most men, not my baby daddies, but I've dealt with men who are great fathers.
Oh, you have a kid?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my God.
Damn.
I was about to ask for the Instagram. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It just fall in your lap, right? No, but I've dealt with men who are great fathers, and they baby mamas, or they do call and they say, hey, so school clothes. They buying all the school clothes. They paying for all of this. They pay everything Truth just said. That's what really happens when you have a great baby daddy. That's what happens. Yeah. So that what y'all talk about don't apply to the good moms.
My mom taught me the dopest shit in the world, honey. My mom said, whatever you want him to have or her to have, you go buy all of that shit. Keep your receipts and drop off every bit. And that has been my motto. Hold up, baby. You won't even go get your nails done with this. You said he need what? I'm going to go get the socks, the drawers, yeah, because this is the type of, because I'm going to be honest. I used to have horrible taste in women, and I was dealing with some broke, bottom-feeding, crumb-ass women. And so to eliminate that bottom-feeding, crumb-ass shit, my mom said, baby, you go get that shit. Go get them receipts. I would have a heart attack if my baby mom's to get her nails done with some of my heart. That man is penetrating you to get them nails done, respectfully.
What is she saying? What is she saying a bill with the child support,
No.
Can I get this one in there? Can I get this one in? So when we talking about that and talking about the ratchet and all that, this is my own personal thing. So if you want to run with this, let's see how y'all all feel about that. My first son's mother, I only got 2 kids. My first son's mother, I had to pay her child support up until he was 2. I got custody, went down there, had to swing this child support thing, did that shit supposed to pay me child support. She didn't pay no child support all the way up until she was 16. She owed me $32,362. The reason why I'm saying that, hold on. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because I want to see how y'all feel about that. You see how y'all talk about all of this stuff? Oh, how the child support should be used to that. How about that $32,000 that she owed me in back child support? The judges threw it all the way out. Why is it no reimbursement for that? Why is it?
Well, we don't have no control over that.
I don't think nobody was listening to that.
That's unfair.
Hold on.
It's unfair. You deserve $32,000 because you had your son.
That's
right.
So it's unfair. Like,
not only threw it out because, of course, you can appeal it and all that stuff like that. Literally, they said, I'm glad you asked that. They literally said because she has no job, no means of income, and no intent of getting a job. I can show y'all the paper. I don't mind putting my personal information up there. They threw the whole thing out because she had no job, no means of getting a job, no assets, and no anything. So literally, the whole $32,000 gets thrown out.
Now let me throw a monkey wrench on what you're saying and do what men do.
I had custody.
You knew who you had a baby by when you laid down with her. Ain't that what they tell us? You knew what she was like when you laid down with her.
We got men right now on the run.
You knew that nigga was shit when you laid down with her.
You fell right into that, bro.
Let that one go, bro. Let that one go.
That ain't but child support was never designed to help y'all. Child support was always designed to tear y'all down. So
I'm saying that because based off of what you just said, like I said, when you're talking about the money should be this, the money should be that, it's not nowhere near fair, and that's why us men feel the way we do. Because when it's on us, it's like this.
No,
it's never gonna be fair because the court system is against you.
And y'all use it against us.
Y'all use it against us.
No, we don't use the court system. Wait a minute, the court system is already built.
Now it's next.
We don't have to use it. The court system is already built against you. So which is why I tell people all the time, you sleep with people without having the hard conversations. You should know where people stand on child support before you have a baby with them. You should know what type of capabilities they have in taking care of kids before you have a baby with them.
When you ever had a conversation with your baby father asking him about child support?
Do y'all agree with?
You had a
people
conversation with
being
your baby
arrested for not
father
paying child support?
Yes.
No.
Now, let me say this.
Some people, yeah.
Let me say this. Because explicit, you just walked yourself off a cliff. Check this, right? You got to really listen to what you said. I like you a lot. I like you a lot. Hold up. Because when y'all got the time to get it, y'all got to stop this shit where this shit stand at. So you said that these are the conversations that you need to have, right? Who's thinking about child support? Who's thinking about a bitter baby mom when things are good? Right?
You
That's
should know
like,
better at your big ass age.
Listen to this. How about this? How many women do you know after you stick the dick in them and you decide to move on, they turn into a whole different person? Like, we got to stop the malarkey. Let me go. Let me finish. I'll let you. Let me finish. You can go. How many men? Right, because now we got to just be realistic here. How many men do you know that are in prison right now or that have false allegations against them right now from these same women that were madly in love with them, but as soon as they leave or level up or get something better or what, nothing to do with them, now he raped me, now he whipped my ass, now he was an animal, now I want him on child support. There is no wrath on earth, what do they say, in hell like a woman scorned. There's no wrath in hell like a woman scorned. So of course we didn't have to talk about child support because you loved me, and at that point in life, there's nothing that you wouldn't have did for me. These women transform into monsters when you don't want to deal with them no more, and it goes both ways because some of these dudes is horrible as well. But let's stop acting like when a relationship is on the up and up, we talk about child support and how great of a parent we gonna be. Everything is good when it's good, and when it's bad, these bras will get you murdered and go get their nails done. Straight, you know how these women know. That's why women don't even like women around. Y'all know women ain't shit. Now do we gotta really get to that night?
I agree with women out here.
These are conversations I have though.
It's just that the problem is that we don't have conversations that we should have before having babies with people. Not just child support.
Let's do this. Yo, this is what the men need.
They don't even know.
Go ahead.
Yo, this is what the men need to understand. You don't need to converse with them to understand that they are not benevolent. When women have power, they do not know how to wield it. And so when they get leverage over you in these ways, you can expect the worst. You don't need to have no conversation to understand that, right? They just don't know what to do with it. And you see how poorly it ends up every time we get abused in child support and family court and all that, because explicit is 100% accurate. It is not built for us. It's reactive. You know, and so when you get in there, you understand that you're gonna be ran through the ringer, even if she is nice about it, right? Because they run an equation, right? And explicit is right. The time spent is a part of it, but that's the lesser part than who's making the most money, right? So they gonna get you based on the guidelines and based when they run those numbers. It ain't a receipt in the world that's gonna save you from that. So if you expect her to be nice to you when you become a worse enemy, you're doing yourself a disservice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I've been on child support twice and I won twice. So I did everything what Truth said. I bought everything. Everything was good. The problem is when I had another baby, I was giving her over $1,000 a month. As soon as I had another baby, she said, "Oh, we need more money." Well, she messed up because all my money stay in the business name. So when the court system explicit, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove on paper. The money I gave her, she ended up getting $200 a month for 2 kids because I don't make money. My business do. So last time I checked, I won. But at the same time, my other baby mama said, "Oh, I want money too." They gave her $50. So now I only paid $250 for 3 kids. Now I'm not a chicken shit. So
that's a great question.
You proud?
Great question.
You proud of that?
No, I still gave money.
I'm proud of that.
No,
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
I'm proud
she got what she deserved.
But I still support my
I'm very quite sure he do more than that.
like Truth said, I still support my kids, and what they want, I go buy it. So I'm not giving her the money for the shoes. I'm not giving her the money for the football practice and the track team and the cheerleading and all that. I'm going to go pay everything so I can have my money on documents. But when it comes to the court, I don't make money. So I won with the court, but I'm still going to come back, cell phone bills, anything they ever need. They all grown now, most of them. So at the same time, I didn't lose because I kept my money in my business name. So when you go to court, yeah, if you're making $100,000, $200,000 a year, you're going to get taxed. But a lot of people don't have financial literacy, so that's when they lose because they put in the court in their business. The judge, she said, oh, he got 7 cars. He got 5 houses. She said, I'm not the FBI. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all if you still doing what you're supposed to do outside of that.
Like, so are you mad that the money is $250?
Here's the thing. As an adult with 2 children, like my main goal is making sure my children are taken care of. In whatever capacity that may be, my children come first. Like, so I'm not trying to get over on the court system. I could give a shit less about child support as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. Both of my children's fathers know that. I have 2, an ex-husband and then one 10 years prior to. And they both know it. I've never played pawn with my kids. I ain't never stopped them from seeing their daddy. None of that. I ain't never been that woman. So I wholeheartedly agree with the fact that you went down there and showed them people whatever it was with your business or whatever. A lot of men should do it because it is a lot of women out here who are spiteful, who take men to court just because they mad or because he moved on or he had another baby. Because the first baby mama was wrong as hell for going down to the court because you had another baby. Because in what world? That don't have nothing to do with her, but she was being spiteful. She went down there and did that because her heartless ass decided that she wanted more so that you couldn't give it to your other kid. And that's fucking crazy to me.
She said
people don't know how to take themselves out of the equation in order for the better and goodness of their children. And that is sad.
I just want to celebrate you, King, for that victory, man. I just want, you know what I mean? I'm playing with the King word. That's not my word. But I want to celebrate the victory. I want to celebrate the victory because a lot of these women pocket watching success stalk and they think they about to go down to these courts and get the last laugh. And she got exactly what the fuck she deserved. And you a better man than me. Now, Miss Explicit, let me ask you this. When you took your baby father for child support, could you not raise your children on your own with your own income?
No, at the time I couldn't.
Okay, cool. No, I'm just making sure because you'll get a lot of women that can and they just take them.
I'm trying to figure out what does that matter, whether she could or she couldn't.
Because if you can, why are we taking them down there for child support?
Because I didn't lay down and fuck myself and get pregnant.
I'm just curious. Right. No,
why do you guys get child support in the first place, though?
Like,
why can't you telling me that you and the baby father can make it up? Because like, why are y'all going down to the court for child support in the first place?
We had to communicate through the court everything. We could not.
Because
it was ugly.
Some people be like, some people you can't. They can't. They're cunts. They just can't understand normal thinking. Some people you got to do that.
Y'all acting like y'all don't know straight deadbeat dads. Y'all don't know straight losers, like straight dudes that straight losers.
Remember though, these women said you should know who you're laying down with. These women said that you should know. You should have known before this deadbeat dick was in you what you was going to be getting. And now that you know that this deadbeat dick impregnated you, why would you take him to court? You knew he was going to be a deadbeat. His semen smelt of deadbeatish.
Well, my issue wasn't because he was deadbeat. My issue was because we couldn't communicate. It was hostile. It was hostile. We couldn't communicate. It wasn't he's never been a deadbeat. It's just we could not communicate.
Right.
There was no
So he was never a deadbeat, but he still ended up on child support?
Because you didn't hear me say we couldn't communicate.
But he still
I can't even call you and ask you for anything for my kid. We can't communicate at all. So I have to do something. We had to communicate through the court. The court had to tell us what he was, all of that. Like there was no personal at all.
I got you on that, but I'm just trying to figure something out because you literally said he's not a deadbeat. So it's almost like a two-sided question. If he's not a deadbeat, even though you can't communicate, him not being a deadbeat means that he actually is there and taking care of his kids, right? He is doing for his kids, correct?
So
or is it be something else?
We also had to set a schedule through the court. This is what I'm telling you. No, it was not. Okay. It was not. Until we set a schedule through the court, no, none of that was taking place. None of it.
So he was a deadbeat at first, and then that's why
he didn't want to deal with me. I didn't want to deal with him. It was a whole hostile situation.
Oh,
I
so he
got
was a
that.
deadbeat.
So leave my money out of it then. You don't want to deal with me. I don't want to deal with you. Why are you bringing my money into it? Leave
Yeah,
me
you could have
alone.
just said visitation. You didn't have to do child support, just visitation. If that was the problem.
Well,
Because support the kids though. By
That's why I asked that, because she literally said he wasn't a deadbeat. Man, he can be a great father just because y'all can't communicate doesn't mean he can't. He know how to come get him. He know how to drop him off. He know how to do what he got to do. Bring this, take he.
We had to meet at the police station.
Okay, that's fine. But is he?
Regardless of my circumstance, understand that it I didn't have a choice. Okay, in the matter.
So he was
communication.
Not
so,
there was
so
no,
was he a deadbeat or not?
Huh? Right. Was he a deadbeat or not?
In the beginning, because he was a deadbeat, or he was just a guy you couldn't communicate with. Unless deadbeat means something totally different now.
No, in the beginning, he wasn't seeing my kid because we couldn't get along.
So he was a deadbeat.
No,
he wasn't seeing your kid because
I'm assuming some of the responsibility or accountability because we couldn't get along. We were not getting along at all.
But was he not trying to see his kid, or were you not allowing him to see his kid because y'all couldn't get along?
So it's a part of this that I refuse to say on this podcast. Okay.
Yeah, that's good enough.
But I just need
what
y'all
you
to
got
know
next,
it was out of my hands.
Okay, that's good enough.
What you got here?
I refuse to put it on blast.
So they
I know. I
respect.
Grab the super chat, y'all.
Chat said she the problem.
What you got, Hamp? What you got, Hamp? What you got, Hamp? Come on. What you got?
I just listen. I think men need to understand that child support and custody are separate, but we not edified on the law enough. So we think that if we go to get custody, child support is automatic. When the truth is those two filings are separate in themselves, and it's unfortunate that because they couldn't get along, the kids suffer. The one other thing I'm trying to understand about child support is if you need help to support that child, why don't you just give him to his father?
Please.
That's where I was going to end that.
Do you think in that situation that most of the fathers would want to?
No, honey.
Yes, a lot of fathers want the kid. A lot, yo.
Why you won't give him to the dad? You shook your head immediately.
No, I if I can't financially provide for the child, baby, you don't have to worry about giving me child support. Just take the child. Let me get my feet underneath me. Let me get myself together. And you
are one in a million. You are one in a fucking million.
Of fact, we don't even got to go through child support because how about you take him or her half of the time, I get her the other half of the time. One of us need to move close enough so they can go to one school, so she can go over here in the morning, she can be over here at night. Let's figure this thing out. I'm not doing all of that extra stuff. I'm not going to court. I'm not doing all of that. And if I know you ain't got no money, like my daughter's dad, I know you don't have no money. I have no reason to be at child support. What the fuck I'm going to child support for?
That part.
Like, I'm not doing all of that. Like, I'm just going to take care of the kid. Like, I take care of my kids. Simple. I know we did what we did together and blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you turn out to be not shit. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm not about to beat a dead horse. I'm not calling your phone. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not going to child support. I'm not putting you in jail for what? I'm still not going to get the money. You still not gonna see the baby. So what I'm doing all that for? It makes
my thing is this.
I think it's a reach right there as well, but okay.
My thing is this, like, why is it so that okay, first of all, I'm from Canada. Okay, so this whole child support thing, we do have it, but we're not. Yeah, I don't live in Canada anymore.
Y'all got different rules up there. I know about that. Y'all play by
it's
total
just a
different
little
rules.
bit different, right?
It's a lot different.
So yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, they do have child support or whatnot, but to me, it's like, what's such a big taboo, especially for the men, if you're really just helping your child's mother. That's it, right? It's not that she probably can't support the kid by herself, but she probably just needs a little help. So wouldn't you want your kid to be set up good? Wouldn't you want your kid to have a roof over their head, to have the electricity paid, to have nice clothes? Like, why is it such a battle? Why is it such a big thing?
Yes.
If it's not done out of spite, because truth, you said, well, you know who you laid up with. As I said, I was married for a very long time. I have kids. And when I was in my marriage, still now, like, he's a good dad, like, he was present, he was there, football, all of that. When we divorced, I don't get child support. I don't get shit at all. He barely helps with nothing. I'm good. What'd you say?
Do we keep the kids?
No, we live
Like
in two
people
different
not-
countries.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm just
So,
curious
but
to
even
know.
if when I was back home, he would have him every other weekend, right? And even with that, he never offered like, "Hey, Jess, here's $100 for groceries. Here's this, here's that." No, once in a while he might buy him like sneakers or whatever. But you would want to provide for your kid, right? Like that's my thought
One
process.
would
Like,
think.
you
One
know
would
that I
think.
hold it down. I'm gonna do everything. But don't you want to do a little bit extra? Because when you were in that house, you know how much these kids eat. They all play football. Like all of them. They're football kids. You know what I'm saying? So you know how much the groceries cost. You know how fast they grow out of clothes. So don't you want to be like, "Hey, Jess, here's a little, you know what I'm saying, $500 for the month. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the kids." What's the problem with that? What's the problem?
Okay,
So
would
a lot of
you?
men don't do that. So they have to take you down to child support to make sure that there is some type of support, right? To make sure that your kid is right. So that's why for me, I'm like, what's the issue?
Why
Like,
don't you
if it's
give the
not done
child
out of
to
spite,
dad though? If you need that
for
support, like
what?
for
Yeah,
what?
nobody
Why?
needing no
Because I
support.
could take
It's
care of my
about
son.
help me with
But
your kid. That's
in
your
the
kid
house, when we
too.
were in the house, hold on, give me
on,
one second. When we were in that house, right? The groceries, we you buy some, I buy some. So we did things together. And it's not to say that now that I have the kid by myself, I can't do it. But why? How about you do that a little extra to make sure that your son is even better than what he already is? It's not that I can't take care of my son. I make good money. But how about, hey, you know what? He grows fast. My son he's 11 years old. He went from being 5'3" to now 5'10" at 11 years old in the
God
span of
damn.
3 months. Do you know how much, like, that's new clothes, that's new shoes, that's new everything. My son stays flat. But at the end of the day, how about you send some money to help out? But you know what? I don't ask for it. I don't ask for it. And I shouldn't have to ask because he's also your responsibility.
Yep.
So at that point, like someone like me, they're like, "Why don't you put him on child support?" I don't need to. Like, for what? I personally don't want that trouble. But as a dad, you should say, "You know what? I want my son to have this. I want my son to have that. Let me make sure that Jess is good enough, right? Or better than what she already is." That's it. So that my son could be okay. Because these field trips, these basketball tournament, these football tournaments that we have to travel for, and it costs. It costs a lot of money, right? The son that goes to private school, that's about to go to college, that's doing all these tours, that costs a lot of money. Who does it, Jess? By
Was
Who
he
put him in?
okay
myself.
with
Who
you
put him?
moving
Who put
away?
him in private school?
He was.
You asked like 5 questions. We try to answer some of them.
It's just
Moral
like,
of the
what's
story
the
is I
problem
don't
with
give a damn how
helping?
much money I make. You gonna help me
What?
with these kids.
It's your
Simple as
kid.
that.
You should want to make sure
It's
that
your
your
kid
child is
too. The hell,
okay.
why I got just because I make
You know
five,
what's
$10,000
crazy
a year,
though?
why I gotta take care of the
You
baby
know
by
what's
myself?
crazy about that though? Hold on for
That
one
don't make
second.
sense.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, and this is my discrepancy with this shit, and this is how you know that men and women obviously must be from different planets, right? Because if a father had the kid, he's not taking for the majority. He's not taking you for child support. He's not asking for any help. I got the kid. I know once he's in my custody, he's under my roof. I got to feed him anyway. I got to clothe him anyway. If you want to do something, good fucking looking. But if you don't, we're not counting on it. So when I hear people say things like, "Well, shit, if you have these kids together, you're going to do something." Rather, no matter how much money I make, where's the logic in that? If I don't need it, I'm not bothering you. And I'm saying this as a father that has my son full time. Do you know that I had my son full time? Clothes, doctors, gas, food, and she still wanted to claim him on the taxes. Like this be the crumb shit that I talk about. And I was like, you know what? Go ahead and claim him. I never reached out for sneaker money. He's mine. I don't expect for anybody to help with anything that is mine. So where do we get that from? What is that?
But as a man, shouldn't
As
don't
a
come
man,
for me,
what?
Chad.
As a
Don't
man,
come for me, Chad.
I'm a
Okay.
parent.
But
I'm
it's
a
like,
parent. But go ahead.
yes, you're a parent and you're also, let's say y'all were in the same household, supposed to be the provider though, right?
No,
Like,
that's
so
not always
that
true. You try
naturally,
to cook with that. That's not always true. Every man's not a provider. I
But you're
might have
I'm
not.
been
just
a house
saying, I said
husband.
supposed to. I said
No, I'm a
supposed
house
to.
husband. I'm a house
I said
husband. I cook.
supposed to.
I clean and fold
It's
clothes. I'm a house husband.
irrelevant. It's
I said
irrelevant though. You're not
supposed
in the
to,
same
right?
household.
We,
It's irrelevant.
But correct. But I'm just saying, you're saying you're not gonna help. You're not gonna, sorry, not help. You
I
said you're
don't
not
want
gonna
help.
ask for money. You're not gonna
No.
ask for this, da da da, whatever. But I'm just saying, like naturally, the man should be a provider.
How can you naturally say what's natural for a man to like? I don't get it. What's natural
That's based
about
on
that?
how you was raised.
Okay.
That's not even a
Okay.
thing.
I'm still trying to figure out why won't y'all
So
give
let me
them
ask
to
you:
the why won't y'all give them to the man? If like we're not saying that
Everybody
you.
don't have everybody don't have a
Ho-
baby that they could just give their
ho-
kid to.
But
Like some of these men are not. You won't
honey,
even
honey,
some
honey,
people want to leave your
honey,
kid with them for
honey,
a period of time.
we just gonna keep it on a fair plane. We just saying because like you said, you make enough money. Okay, let's say the man make enough money too. But literally, as just said, okay, well there was a time where I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Well, when you couldn't do that and you wanted him to help, why couldn't you just give the child to
Oh
the
no, I could
father?
always do. No. Don't get it twisted. I could always do. I could use a little
So
more, but
when
I
you
could
can't,
always do.
I can't. So what's the wrong with when there's a situation? I'm gonna just try to even the playing field a little bit more. You make good money, he made good money because you actually did say that earlier. But that's a whole nother story. We gonna leave it alone. Why
Mm-hmm.
can't y'all just get? Why the dad can't take care of the kid? Why you have to give it? And it's mandatory for the father to have to pay for something. Both of y'all good parents, right? Both of y'all
But it's
make good
clearly not
money.
mandatory. He's not on my child support.
Whew.
He's not. He's
You
not
know
on child
why?
support.
You know why they don't want to give these damn men the kids because then they have no attachment to them. They have no control. Once they give them the kid, they're powerless. They're not just handing you that power. Are you crazy? Do you think that
I know.
do you think
You
that
know
these
damn
women
well I
will
know.
ever make it that easy for you? Do you think that listen, if
Of
you
course
because
I
this is the
know. I
thing,
just want
she
to get
can
them to say it.
listen, hear me out. If
Getting the hell
you
out of
take
me.
that kid full time, she can no longer paint you as the villain. Don't you
Mel,
get
you
it?
should have been
If
my baby
you
daddy.
take that kid full time, she can no longer play the
What you
victim.
just
That's
say?
why she doesn't want you to be.
Mel should have been my baby daddy.
Man, I wish I was. I would listen. I
Who?
would.
Yeah, I had
Man,
Here.
both of mine.
Here.
Play with
so,
me, like seriously.
but hold on.
Bingo.
You asked a question, and this is why. And I'm gonna cook it one more time. She cannot play the victim anymore. If the father takes the kid and say, you know what, I don't want to deal with you, your mouth, your bullshit. Just give me my baby. Now she can't have say on what you're doing in your house, who you're fucking, who's touching the kid's hair, and all of that weird shit. That's too much. Like, right? You think that they're gonna relinquish that power? Fuck no. Because a lot of these women use these children as pawns. A lot of these women use these kids to still have access to you. A lot of these women will send your kids in your house and dictate what you do in your house because y'all got kids together. That's too much like right. Do you know how they would grind a woman up in society? So you let them have the kids? You just gave the baby up? Well, I couldn't afford him. You know they not going for that, bro.
But
That
we
kind of
know
answer the
that
question.
it's
That
not
kind of
men
answer the
who
question
don't
though.
want the responsibility of the kids to begin with, though. Like it's plenty of men out here. I witnessed firsthand. My best friend took her baby daddy to court for child support, and the judge asked, "Do you want parent time?" And the motherfucker said no.
But we're not talking about that. We're
Let me
talking
ask
about a
you though.
guy
Yeah.
Let me
that's
let me
willing
My
to.
so
point being is that we're not gonna act like those
let's
men don't
hold up.
exist.
Let's
It's
put
just
our
We're
right
not
hand
talking
up.
about that.
Let's
the
put our
baby
right
for the
hand up.
daddy.
Let's put our right hand up. We promise to tell the truth. Repeat after me. We promise to tell the
Tell
truth,
the truth. The whole
the
truth.
whole truth,
And
and
nothing
not
but
a
the truth.
Nothing but the
hold up,
truth.
and not a half truth because we don't because we're afraid of how it might make us look.
Tell
Yeah.
Now you
That
ready?
nigga.
Now hold on. Now yo, we swore in. We swore in, so we gotta keep it real.
yes.
Explicit.
Uh-huh.
Would you give your children to your kid's father?
Yes.
Okay. Cool,
Yes.
cool beans.
Me and my
Just
ex-husband have already
okay,
talked
cool,
about it,
cool,
about
cool.
when my son
I'm
gets to
moving
a
to the
certain
next
age
woman
that
now.
we gonna go stay with
I
him.
believe you. I believe
Yeah.
you. I'm moving to the next woman. Just Black. What do you give your
I think we all know this answer.
Would you give your children to your child's father?
Honestly speaking, I would. I would. I
Okay, cool,
promise
cool.
you.
I believe you. I believe you. Look,
Yeah.
I'm done. I believe you. Honey, we already know your answer. We know you're letting them go if you were not in a position to keep them. It's just so funny to hear. Never mind. But say less. I believe you guys. My plane has landed.
Hey,
Grab the super chat, y'all.
I've already talked about I've already
No,
talked to
you
my
know what? I
ex-husband.
considered it. My son had a
Honestly.
really hard time when we moved. He had a really hard time when we moved, and he told me he wanted to go back and live with his dad. And I actually considered it. Had a conversation with his dad, but I told him, like, in life, I wanted to teach him a lesson of not giving up so quickly, right? You have to give things a chance. So we just moved to Georgia, and he was here maybe
What?
just 3 months. And he was like, you know what? No, I want to go back. I want to go back. No, no, no. You're going to finish another school year. You're going to give
What?
it a chance. And after that, if you decide that you really do not want it, then we can revisit the conversation and you could go live with your dad. But you can't just quit at first sight. That was my only thing.
Crazy.
That's wild right there. I'm sorry, sweetheart. That's wild.
I got one on that though. A woman cannot raise a young boy better than the father? So
I
at
was
the end
about
of
to
the
say
day,
that.
I really think young boys need to be with their father. I have 3 boys, so I teach them everything. So you can't teach him a man how to be a man. You just can't. So he shouldn't have to suffer if he want to go back with his dad.
No, he wanted to go back.
I think I know where you can ready to go with this.
No. Hold on. He didn't want to go back because, it was his dad. He wanted to go back because of what he knew. He had his cousins there. He had, his school. He had all of that. It's not because of the environment that his dad provided for him. That's not why.
No.
If I was in a situation where I thought living with his dad would be the best, I would absolutely do what's best for my son. But when we move from there to here, the way of living, everything is much better here for him.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
but you're right. You're right that a woman can't teach a man. He has older brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He has male role models here. His father comes here to visit him, and I make sure that we have a very healthy co-parent relationship.
How old is he?
He's 11.
Yeah,
oh my
he
God,
he knows what he's looking at. Right, you can't eliminate his father from the equation, and which reason why he want to live. Well, you said that his father wasn't the reason. I'm saying his father, because you're just speculating, so I'm gonna speculate. His father is the key reason, along with everything else you said, because he has to reside with his father. And for you to pigeonhole him to say you need to not quit, that doesn't even make any sense. He said he want to live where he lives.
Let me tell you this. Let's take an example. A kid, you introduce him to broccoli. Right away, I don't like broccoli, but you've never had it. You don't know what it's like. You try it first. If you try
it's not broccoli.
and then no, it is. So if you try the broccoli and you don't like it, then you know what? Fine, next time I'm not going to cook it for you.
Let's do this.
This here was me providing a better life for my children. So I moved here, right? No, not allegedly. I live in a 5-bedroom home, 4-bath, and we came from a 3-bedroom apartment where they all shared a bedroom. Okay, so the lifestyle is a lot better. It's not alleged.
That might be convenient for you, though. That's what's good for you. You making a decision.
You know what I'm going to say is that now he thanks me. Okay, let's just.
Did he have a choice?
What do you mean? Of course he did.
Sweetheart, no. Hey, hold on. You got men that's on here you got some men that's on here that's father. Respectfully, that's women ideology. The fact of the matter, just because you have a nice 5-bedroom house and all that good stuff like that you can't tell that boy that, hey, this is better for you. When he need to actually be with his father. His father need to make him a man, a boy, and go through this stuff. Yes, the living environment to you might be great. To you, it might be beautiful. It might even be a better area and all that stuff like that. But some stuff the boy actually needs to actually face. Now, I'm not saying if his dad a drug dealer and they shooting up the house and all that and it's unsafe. But just because the living conditions as far as your household and stuff like that might be one way, it doesn't disqualify because he don't live in a 5-bedroom house, love.
And that's not what I'm saying. What I said was my son had to give it a chance. As I said, I didn't say he can't live with his dad. I said give it a chance. That's what I said. So if next school year, he says, Mom, I want to live with my dad, go ahead. Because now you've given it a chance.
No,
that's what it was.
The boy already asked. This is his second year?
Outside of your environment.
This is his second year?
This is his first full year. This is his first full
and you
school
want him
year.
To do 100%. He requested again. You said if you do one more school year, then I'll. No, what you were saying earlier. What you were saying earlier. No, what you were saying earlier, right? So we're just trying to understand what you're saying, right? Because you're like you're fixing it when we're trying to understand when we're responding to what you're saying. So you said he did a year, and you said, okay, if you do one more year and you still don't like it, I'll let you go. Did you not mean to say that?
School year. No. So what I was saying is, in March, we moved.
Okay.
Georgia finished school in May. Okay. So we left Canada in March. So from March to May, that was one semester. He started school again in July. So he has until next July to see. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And because he still wants to go back currently?
No, so far he's fine. He just finished his first football season. He's good. But if at the end of the school year he says, I want to go back, You can go back. I've already had that conversation with his father last month.
What would be the
I really
difference?
wish
What
more.
would
I
be the
wish more men
difference,
could
though?
have full custody of their kids, so I could have more time with the baby mothers. I really wish some of y'all would get full custody.
Naeem,
Please, I'm
dude,
begging y'all.
bro.
Please get more
Come
custody
on,
of the
man.
kids. I need
Bro.
times with y'all baby mothers, man. I don't. His dad come get some only. Nah, I need more time. Please get your kids, man.
We got
But
that.
now you know what's something crazy though. Nah,
Bring
let me
that
say
to the
something real quick
house.
though. Let me say something real quick.
They got a death
Did y'all see on social media how NBA Floyd Mayweather's daughter kind of went off on young boy because he didn't like give to her birthday party to the kids. He didn't give money to the birthday party.
I didn't
Not,
see it.
not all the
But
stuff. That's young
yeah,
bullshit.
this is like a
That's
couple
young
days
niggas
ago.
that
She
do.
went off. He was saying
We grown.
5-year-old. He's turning 5. You should help with the party too as your kid. People was really in the comments saying, "Yo, your dad is Floyd Mayweather. Why do you need anybody's money? Like his grandfather is Floyd Mayweather. Why should like?" I'm like, that's crazy. Like, y'all think that's insane? Like people saying, like, because
But I think
Floyd is
that's
worth.
what Truth was saying, that if you don't need it, why you
Well,
asking?
exactly. She don't need it, so why you asking
You'll
for it?
need
That's
it,
what
why
y'all
you
was just saying.
asking?
So do y'all agree with that? Because Floyd Mayweather's worth 500 million,
No.
NBA YoungBoy shouldn't have to give anything.
Floyd's money ain't her money.
I feel like, come on now, Floyd money
You
is
want the
her money. You know,
grandfather to pay
what do that girl do?
when the
That girl
kid
don't do
that
nothing.
ain't the grandfather ain't got nothing to do with his son and
Floyd money
Yeah, that's
ain't
not
her
his
money.
man, you ain't got yeah, that's right. You already said you ain't got kids, bro. You
Oh no,
you need to stop.
I agree with the people. I don't agree with that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that young boy should still be doing his job. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with Floyd.
But you
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
just said, do we agree with Floyd Mayweather not paying? That's what you literally just what you got, Ken?
Yeah, I mean,
What you got, Ken?
this part, right? So people do things that are outside of the child's necessities. So then, for some reason, the people who choose to throw a birthday party with you know what I mean, with that amount of money needed, thinks that he's obligated. That's not how anything works. You made an independent decision to throw a huge birthday party, therefore you incur the cost of that birthday party. It don't matter if they got money or not. That's how that works. You don't just get to throw it and I have to pay for it. That doesn't make any sense.
I agree with that, unless we had a conversation where you agreed to, and
that's
we
what I'm saying.
throw it together. Yeah, I agree with that. If I decide to throw my kids a birthday party, it's not on them; it's on me.
I agree.
That's not a necessity at all.
Yeah,
I
You can
agree.
have cake and ice cream at the house.
Yeah,
I agree.
Especially 5 years old, explicit. Like they don't even remember.
Like no, that's not his responsibility. I don't feel like that's Floyd's responsibility or NBA YoungBoy's responsibility. He chose to throw that party like that.
Honey, you wanted to say something? Like you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and on top of that, you've already made it very vocal that he don't be doing nothing else anyway. She's already made it vocal that he don't do stuff for the child. So it goes back to y'all point of, if you don't need it, why are you asking for it?
I agree.
And even if you are gonna ask for it, you already know he don't do what it is he's supposed to do. Going on the internet and posting it on the internet is not gonna make him do what he's supposed to do.
I
She's
agree.
just not gonna do it.
Shame him.
She apologized like yesterday, so he must have cut a check or something. He must have sent some money or something because she
He
apologized and backtracked.
probably told her how stupid it is that she sound. That's probably what he said.
He said, "Take it off the internet."
Take it off the internet.
Yes.
Bitch. That's what he said.
That's
crazy shit, boy.
What's your next topic, Hank?
Floyd Mayweather money is y'all got money.
Man.
What's your topic, Hank? What's your next one, Hank?
I got one for the ladies. How about this? Can a woman love two men at one time?
Yeah. I think people in general can love two people.
Yeah, people.
No. Can a woman be in love with two men at one time?
Yes.
No.
I think it's possible.
No.
I've never been in love with two people at one time, but I think it's possible.
No.
I don't know why people don't think it's impossible. Like how come you can hate a million people but can't love?
Exactly.
I don't understand. Like you can hate a million people but hate two. Like I what rule is it that I don't. You got y'all be having 10 kids and love all them the same. I don't understand. Like,
because I think hate is coming from a different portion of the brain, man. Hate is a different thing.
Niggas don't love all their kids the same either. That's a lie in itself.
I think when we start talking about in love,
I don't think they blurring the lines what love is, man.
I think we throw it around a lot
too loose
without actually defining what it is, right? So when we start talking about being in love with two people at the same time, I think it's possible because I'm human, right? So if say I was in love with somebody, some shit happened, we ain't together no more, but then I get with somebody else, maybe I still got feelings for him. I might even still be in love with him because it just didn't work out with us on this end because of something he did or something that, you know, the circumstance changed. He moved to the other side of the moon, whatever the case may be. But then I fell in love with somebody else. Like, I think I feel like what Naeem said. Why can we hate a million people? But
so we gotta be. So I think it's not enough clarity in the question, right? Because being in love with somebody and loving people is two different things. So I do not think that you can be in love with two men at the same time. You can absolutely love men. You can absolutely love two men, but being in love, we gotta really think about what in love is. And even if we want to get to children, Naeem, stay out of this because you ain't got none. Even if we want to get to children, if you have multiple kids, right? And there's a lot of people that's not going to want to admit this. You got a favorite, and it just is what it is. And we can all sit here and try to lie, like, "Oh no, I love them all equally." If you got more than one kid, you got a fucking favorite. And I like to believe that I didn't, but I know that the truth deep down inside, I got a favorite, respectfully. So we have to be clear with that. Can you be? So we're going to ask you, ladies, again. Can you be in love with two men at the same time?
Now I'm gonna say this: I've never been in love with two men at the same time, so
okay, cool.
I can't.
Me neither. I don't know.
Okay.
Split, say no like you're supposed to.
I know.
There you go. It's okay. It's okay.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask them too. I'm gonna ask them something. Do y'all know the difference between love and in love?
Yeah.
Especially ladies.
Of course.
Have y'all really distinguished the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone?
Yes.
Melly, tell us what's the difference.
No, I want you to tell them.
I didn't say I know. I want. I want.
I'm asking you. Do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I asked the ladies. Do you?
Yeah, she don't. Melly, she don't know because it ain't in none of Sexy Red's songs. So you know her environment ain't teach her this shit yet.
I just want to hear what Melly got.
Only 29 and a half. Melly, she ain't. The environment ain't teaching about in love. You know.
I personally don't think there's a difference between love and in love. Because not one person on here can tell me what in love is, and then when you tell me, does it differ from love? I don't see the difference.
I can. You said not one person, but I can. I'm one person that can. So
I'm sorry, sir. Enlighten us, please.
So love, right? I love my car. I won't die over my car. I probably won't even kill over my car. I probably wouldn't even cry if my car was to get wrecked. I might be slightly upset about it, right? But I'm in love with my wife, right? And if my wife was to leave right now, I wouldn't be able to eat. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to think straight. I probably wouldn't even want to live. I probably couldn't breathe right because I am in love with her. It's not only a mental thing, but it's an emotional thing, and it's a physical thing. Like it just has a hold on me in every way. I love my sneaker collection. I do, and it's very extensive. I'm talking about I love every sneaker that's on that wall, but I'm not in love with them. When you are in love with somebody, you can't eat without them, sleep without them, breathe without them, cook without them, clean without them, fart without them. You want to shit with them in the same room. I am in love. It's damn near close to insanity when you're in love with somebody. So that's my explanation.
Is that the first person you ever been in love with?
Take it further than that.
Right.
Absolutely not.
You will even go as far as almost committing suicide. I'm talking about it's almost like if that person was too no.
I've been there though. I know what he's saying. I've been there.
I don't ever want to be in love.
Like no, it's one of those things. It's almost to the point where it's like if you lose that person, not even that because they passed away, but if that person just left, or even if you left them for whatever your reason is, the fact of the matter, it's almost like you losing a loved one. You know how you felt when you lost. I don't know. Did anybody got a good relative that they really, a mom, dad?
My brother passed 2 years ago, so yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's almost on. It's damn near to that type of level. Like when you lost them, it's like a whole big piece. It's a whole nother total mental, emotional level.
It's indescribable because
you really can't.
Yeah, because love is an attachment, right? So just love is me, like what Truth just said. I love my car. I love these great, clothes that I wear. I love my kids. But in love is romantic, right? And if I can describe it, then I'm not really in love. Like in love is indescribable. Like I cannot tell you how much and how I love this man. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's you. If you could describe it, your ass ain't in love.
So what about people that's in like polygamy relationships? You don't think they could be in love with both their partners equally? Like you don't think they could be in love with both?
Not equally. Not equally.
I don't think
you like somebody more.
Can they
you
be
like somebody more?
Can you be in love though with both of them?
Now I remember Hot Boy's question is women doing it. So I just are we talking about, because he's saying can women be in love with
I can't be in love with two different people because
you see what I mean? I just want to clear because that's what his question.
This?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Super chat, can we address this?
Yeah, Big O with the $10 super chat says, for women, love is a fairy tale. For men, love is an obligation. Love is a duty.
Shit.
Oh wow, that's heavy.
Love is a fairy tale for women. I hate to say
this. I can see where it's coming from.
Who are delusional.
But no, it's true.
That's what he's saying.
It is not a fairy tale.
That's literally like what he's saying.
It's true.
That's literally like what his land, because it seems that a lot of females love it really do seem like it's delusional. It's almost like y'all version of a perfect guy that damn near don't.
It is, and that's the problem, and that's the reason why it's a lot of women who will never find true love because they too busy searching for what they see on TV, and what you see on TV is completely different from what's in real life.
That's why every time it's a new hot couple, there be goals. I love this, and then they broke up in 2 weeks. That's I was saying this the other day. I never want any woman to love me like Clarissa loves Papoose. I don't want any woman to like me that much because the minute they break up, she might be suicidal, bro. It's like spiral. I don't want. It's just gonna be bad. Like she may not box anymore. She may not box anymore.
How old are you, man?
I'm 37.
37.
Damn, boy. I'm starting to think you in your 20s too, man.
I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody to like me that much ever. I don't ever want anybody to like me that much.
You've never been in love before?
I don't think so.
No.
You got to think that long. You already know.
I've been in serious. I've been in heavy.
Nah, that's not the same, because see what these men are describing is something completely different. When you've been in love with somebody before, like there is nothing that you wouldn't do for that person. So when you say that you don't want a Clarissa to love you like that, yes, you do. That's the love you want. That is in love.
You need that.
No. You can love me, but not be in love. You just said it's a difference. I don't want anybody to be in love with me like that. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous kind of love. I don't want anybody to be in love with me like that.
What's dangerous about it?
Yeah, what
gives
you?
You see on the internet? What's dangerous about?
What's
the kind
dangerous?
of love that she's giving him?
Like that's the type of love she'll probably kill.
What are you using to justify this? Like, what are you using?
Shit, like real life situations, like fatal attraction type shit.
No. I'm saying, what is she doing that's making you think that?
Shit, like. Besides getting his name tatted twice on her, I think. She's saying other like every day it's worship. It's different. It's like worship. It's different between loving somebody. She like worships him. It's like, you know what I mean? Like
can we address this super chat?
Oh shit!
Who is that? Angel LOD.
Can you please stop coming up here lying like this, Angel? Please.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna
thank you. What is it, Angel OD?
She's toxic, Angel. She toxic, man. She toxic. Don't do it, bro.
You'll be on child support. You'll be on child support, brother.
That's so bold.
So this, maybe y'all can help me out. I still need clarification, and this is why. The reason why I say there's no difference between in love and love, when I think of my children and I think of my wife, there is nothing that I wouldn't do for my wife that I wouldn't do for my kids. I would kill for my son. I would die for my son. I would kill for my wife. I would die for my wife. So for those who have kids, let's just take it there. And you say that you're in love with a specific person. Is there anything different that you wouldn't do for your son or daughter that you wouldn't do with this person that you say that you're in love with? But you're not in love with your child, are you? You love your child. And it's a healthy love. You love your child for whatever reasons you love your child. But there is no difference of what you would do for your child that you wouldn't do for your significant other.
Because there's a level of attachment that comes with love. So of course, the same things that you would do for your kids, you would do for your wife. But to me, in love is romantic. You're not romantically involved with your children. Like in love is romantic. It's not the same. There's two different levels to it. Like
it's a different feeling.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you attached to that woman, man. The kids gonna leave eventually, and you chose.
I know that the children will grow up and they will leave and start a family of their own. But that still doesn't answer my question. What is it that you would do for this person that you are in love with that you would not do for your child that you love?
So I don't think it's based on what you
about
do
what
for
you,
them.
yeah.
It's based on how they make you feel. Because love is a feeling.
I'm not gonna lie, man. A girl gave me crazy neck. I'll tell her love her on the first link. So it's definitely a difference. If a girl suck my shit from the back, hypothetically, and I'm talking about have my toes curling like a cheese doodle, I'll tell her I love her the first day. So it's definitely a difference between love and in love. I'm gonna be honest.
So you're saying sex and romance is what makes the difference between in love and love.
You need to put Naeem on your dating show, bro. That's a good example for you to try to work something with.
So you're saying that sex and romance is what makes the difference between in love and love.
That's a huge difference, though, beloved.
I'm asking you, is that what you're saying? I'm making sure I'm understanding
in the super chat.
Super chat. You see it right there?
Oh, NFL with the $5 says, my fault. I'm 27, no kids, working cybersecurity in Dallas, Texas. Is Honey single?
Hey, yo, relax, NFL.
Oh,
she's smoking for. She's smoking for.
I'm already buying her some color contacts because you can't see, so. They ain't gonna be color though. I hate color contacts.
She on that damn iPhone. That's what's going on. She can't see a damn thing.
I'm gonna buy some glasses.
She on that phone with the flash gun right there.
Are you single, honey?
I am single.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay.
How many kids you got, honey?
You taller than Naeem? How many kids?
3.
Fuck out of it.
3 and you 30?
Mm-hmm.
Honey been busy, so hey, no judgment.
Oh my God, Honey been busy as crazy.
Oh, you said you got 3?
No judgment, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy Morgan.
Hold on. All by the same kid? All by the same dad?
Nope.
Whew. All right. Well, God bless you.
Hold on.
No.
How many baby dads you got?
3.
Oh, you got some grease. Oh, they can't pull out of that shit, huh, man? They can't get out of that shit. She got a Venus fly trap down that motherfucker. You get in there, you just can't get out of it. Listen, I'm not knocking you.
No judgment. No judgment.
I had 3 before 32. I'm not knocking you. About 3 different. I get it. Listen, I get it. We ain't judging. We not here.
That is a whole
Let me ask you
nother
this: out of those 3 men, well, how old are the children?
16, 14, and 12.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Let me get my guess.
I got you, bro. She was not around 14. I got you, bro. 13, 14. She been busy.
Oh, hey, bro.
Hey, you know what? Nah.
Wait, you said you're 30, right? You 30? You say it right? And you got a 14-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
In a 16. In a 16.
In a 16, bro.
And a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hey,
she ran a high shot truck, and I'm gonna put all Honey business out. So no, let me start. I ain't gonna do you like that, Honey.
So what would you like? What would you like in the 8th grade or so? When you first 8th or 9th?
14, 16, 18.
Okay.
All right. You know what? Respect, real talk. Was you in love with any of your kid's father? Have you ever been in love before?
Yeah.
Was any of the kids' fathers that?
No.
Are you fixed?
Are
you fixed?
No.
My tube side?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you want more kids?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I could live my life without having more kids.
For sure. Okay. Well,
I got questions, but it's too much. It's not for this. It's not for this. It's not for this. Like,
DM, bro. That DM, bro.
Shot in the super chat.
Not CD Gonzalez is crazy. These niggas is crazy. But anyway, listen, man. I just want to thank all of y'all for coming up.
Yeah.
This was. I liked this a lot. I hope I can get y'all back another one of these weekends. Ladies, y'all gotta have some more topics and some strong ones that y'all can stand on. But this was the men was kicking y'all ass tonight. But this is cool. This is dope. I appreciate everybody for coming up. Let everybody know y'all social medias, y'all Instagrams, y'all all of that. They can go follow y'all if they don't already.
No doubt.
That's my Instagram name right there. Not in the dream, so that's my
right here.
That's my
and I put
Instagram
mine
name
is
too.
Same here, just black JESSBLAKK.
What city do you do your live shows in though? Like what city?
Somebody got a crazy feedback.
Whatever cities that. What city you in? Jersey? You in Newark?
I'm in Newark. Yeah.
I did a show in Elizabeth, New Jersey. It was sold out too. Y'all got some heat in Jersey. Yeah. I did this show at the shit shut down there. They killed the nigga in there. Empire. I think. That shit. Listen, it was lit. The show was lit. Somebody died a couple weeks later. It was crazy.
When you coming home, Nick?
You know what's so crazy? They want me to
do a show. Home, you avoiding it.
No, so I'm gonna tell you know what it is about Philly, right? I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. My only discrepancy with Philadelphia is we have a city just full of so much hatred. And so one thing about it is I'm gonna bring everybody female out. And niggas hate when you bring they broads out. And I was like, I don't be feeling like all of that. Like, yeah, it's a lot of, you know what I mean? Like when you can get a woman to cooperate, if you want to see a man act like a girl, involve a girl that he like. Respectfully. Anyway, so that's that. But we will be in Jersey, North Jersey, South Jersey, in New York City, North Carolina, South Carolina, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Cleveland, Pittsburgh. I got a show March 28th in Kansas City, Missouri. And then I think I got a show April 4th in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm coming to Tampa, Miami, and so forth. But that's neither here nor there.
Detroit on that list.
I'm definitely coming to Detroit. I'm gonna sell out in Detroit, hands down, like a push-up. In Chicago as well. So yeah,
Atlanta?
that's it. Where's that at?
Atlanta.
So I don't think they like straight men in Atlanta. And so with that, did I say that out loud? Are we still on air? Hold up. Let me get y'all backstage. Hold on. I wasn't supposed to say that. Hold on.